All right.
Yo, what up, White? Hey,
What's popping, more?
chilling. I just got a phone call tonight, man, and we was gonna talk some industry stuff and what we usually do, but I'm gonna change it up tonight on some of the things that um I've been talking about lately, personally and stuff like that. So tonight is we're gonna speak on this life investment theory I have, man, because I just got this phone call, and
Right.
me and you just got off of talking for a while about it. So let's just get into this, White man. Go ahead and let's just get into this, bro.
Let's do
Real
it.
talk.
What up, people? It's your boy White from BoroBredz, aka I Slap You, aka Say It Again. Yeah, I mean,
Yo, and it's your man, Maul Big King from Queens, and we are BoroBredz.
we
What
here,
up,
man.
yo? Hey, so White. So we had a title and everything. We was gonna talk about some other people's lives and all that other stuff, and then me and White just started kicking it. And I got a phone call in from a family member that I always try to give advice to. It's someone I really love, and I want to make sure that their path is good and stuff like that. So what little people don't know about me, real quick, is that outside of what me and White do, you know, I do like consulting and guest services. Guest services is my business outside of this. So and White is too, to be honest with you, with our gigs. So and lately last year I've been training for like some speaking engagements and stuff like that, but I've been going through a lot of webinars. I can shout out a bunch of names from Eric Thomas and their crew on down to Les Brown and all that. So I've been doing a lot of like basically training and stuff like that. But I came up with my part of the life investment theory, and the reason why I came up with that is like experiences that I've had in my life. And White's a big part of it. Like White's like a good chunk of almost 30 years of us trying to figure this life thing out. And we still trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? So
when we talking about that, we talking about a wife, your kids, your job, everything. Yeah.
Right. So let me throw this out there real quick. So the call I got was the mom may be flipping out about child support, and the daughter just finished living with the dad, and they bonded a little bit, but he had to change situations with his home situation, so he had to send her back to the mom, and the daughter hit him up and was just like, hey, I don't mean to put you in a financial crunch, but I need this. And he just got off the phone with the mom telling the mom I didn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, and he felt that they both, he already know he doesn't have a connection with the mom, but he felt he had more of a connection with the daughter, being that they bonded with her staying with him for a while. So what I told him was we've experienced this before he moved in, the daughter moved in with him. I said, to get the daughter there, you gotta treat the mom like she's the daughter. I know that sounds weird, but y'all gotta stop bickering. You gotta stop fighting. You gotta stop. You gotta treat her with kid gloves, bro. Like real talk.
And that's what you saying. Is like kind of hard, because like if you was in a relationship with somebody, you had a kid with them, and it didn't work out, then 9 times out of 10, well, not 9, I would say have like 50% of the time, it's gonna be a baby moms that just doesn't agree with anything you say, and they put that energy on to their kid too.
Right. Right. And that's the ill part. What I've learned from having situations like even me, I come from, you know, from my dad and my mom splitting up right before I got born, like before I was born. Like he came to the hospital split up with my mom's. So I totally understand, but what people don't understand is that the same shit is in marriage. Like it's the same shit. Like it's just it's the communication of man and woman. It's the communications, a bunch of, you know, hormones and what is that word, dopamines or whatever going on in your body. Like we're going to attack each other. Right. So but what I've learned as growing up and going into the workforce and going into the industry like me and you and coming around people that actually trying to get their shit together just like everybody else. We look at each other in different lights. But my life investment theory is what I've learned was from being around, and you know this personally, being around people who's started businesses or launched artists or launched labels. You know, we've been around really successful situations that we weren't a part of, but
we's in the mix though. We still
but we watched it to the point to where they still invite us to today because they knew we saw this stuff from the fetal position, you know, and but what I've learned with me and you in and out or taking a hiatus or just cheering for them from the outside because we couldn't get involved is that we all were still living the same life. We all still had to deal with each other as human beings. Like I still, no matter how much I wasn't a part of the success, it didn't stop me having to make whatever was around me successful. Same with you. It didn't stop. You know what I mean? So it didn't stop. So what I had to learn was, so what and I don't want to take this over because I want you to talk, but what I learned was when I felt I fell into a depression around the time where my career just like intercepted with my marriage and my kids, my family life. Like it just was there for me. So it just intercepted. I had an artist living with me. Like this was the end. You know what I mean? You know, like I was just like, I've done 20 some odd years of trying this since I was a kid, watching all this success around me, and I couldn't get it right. So it put me in a.
Hold on, real quick though. It's not that you couldn't get it right, but you was involved with multiple success stories.
Yeah, not that I couldn't get it right. You're right.
You was involved with it, yo.
I tell people that I was the fly on the wall in the lobby near the door. You know what I mean? Like I was that guy. You know what I mean? So I was getting, but it was frustrating, bro. Just watching everybody grow around me was frustrating as hell. And to my family life, and I'm not just gonna say my wife, but the whole family, and you know this personally, like they did not understand what I was going through. So it put me in a funk. The only people I had, and I'll say this on camera, and I know our family gonna get mad later, but the only ones was you, Brian, my sister Sabrina, who's actually my cousin, my sister Sabrina, and I know this is a weird name for you, but my boy Rashawn, and you would understand why Rashawn saw it too.
Big up to my guy, Rich
Franchise.
Rich Franchise. He's doing good shit though, but yeah.
So there was, and when I tell you literally, besides the people who I had up under me, like the Kamals and everybody, like the Tiffany's and the lyrics and stuff, who saw my work closely, like, oh shit, this thing could actually pull it off. Only four was like, no, he actually can do this shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo.
But the thing is, we could tell stories till we blue in the face, but people don't be there when we doing certain stuff. So it's like, we got to physically show, you know, this day and age, even with family stuff, like, it's like you got to show us and then they'll believe you. Like,
no, you're right. You do.
Out of here. Like, if we took pictures back in the days, they would have thought we were super famous back. You know, we was chilling with everybody. You know? Like,
the rooms that we were in, people wouldn't believe Our family believed it because the thing about our family, they were our cheerleaders. They probably wasn't strong supporters, but they damn sure would. Let me not knock our families. They were our cheerleaders all day. Like, you know, but it was to the point to where it was like, it's not a solid business. It's not like we were opening up a brick and mortar and they were like, okay, you got a brick and mortar, so I'll put my 5,000 in to make sure your brick and mortar will stay up. It was me trying to show, hey, I'm in the business of piggybacking off of people. If you invest into me, this, and they're like, I don't know that guy. You don't know that guy. That guy ain't gonna. So it came down to the human aspect. You know what I mean? And I was depressed because I was just like, yo, y'all are suckers. All of y'all are suckers because y'all just, if I come off, that's when y'all jump on. If
you had a bullshit 9 to 5, they'll respect you struggling without you. Like, people don't have like that, and like nobody has a lot of people don't have ambition like we have.
Right.
There's people that do, and I always commend them in our family. Like, yo, I love the shit y'all doing. But a lot of people don't have ambition. So if you don't have ambition, you don't understand. Right. I'm trying to do shit bigger than this fucking job.
No. But here's the deal. Okay. And we're going to get to that job situation because I really want to talk about that because my mindset had to change on that. But first, I want to give a shout out to my man Slugs in the building. What up, homie? It's a different type of night. But
Slug was popping.
Hey, just to let you know, Slug, Game Muggers is coming back. We're gonna probably set up Q and White again to set off the new show. So that's coming back up. Real quick, White, just give the shout out to my man Fran Lover, who's setting us up for our new venture.
Thanks. Big shout out to Fran, yo.
The hip hop channel. With the hip hop channel,
we about to get on it, and we about to start like we about to do some good shit. Me and Mo gonna be back together.
Good production to for you guys to have some at least once a month. And I'm not going to say that we're going to go. You know me, White. I don't want to over say we're going to kill it. We just going to have a lot more fun stuff with better production and a lot more of this what we doing one-on-one. So, but back to the whole thing is that I went through a period where, again, like you just said, like, so I grew up.
I'll let you get back. I'm gonna elaborate on it a little bit. So Moore was in the mix with everybody. What this is, I'm gonna say some names, but it was like he was B.O.B. He was in the mix with everybody, yo, like hard. And the family couldn't see it. People couldn't see it. I seen it because I'm in with Moore, but they don't see the hustle because they it's not feasible to them. They're like. Right. But he's with these people before they was millionaires.
Right.
And then they became millionaires, but he had to keep dipping in and out because people influence and is either you got to talk about is either the industry or your kids. A lot of people just
or your family, not even your kids.
Or your family.
Yeah.
And family. Like that's what I meant to say. Or your family, yo. Like, and a lot of people don't fuck with the family, and then they get rich and then they get a family of peace after that. But you know,
no, you're absolutely right, and the ill part is that, like, the White's the only one that stuck around and actually saw, like, it was more than just Atlanta. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like everybody knew me more of like the B.O.B. and the stuff like that, and what I did in Atlanta, Cypher Magazine and LaFace, and all that other stuff that we can talk about, whatever. But what people didn't know was, I came from South Jamaica, Queens, and I had the gift and the curse of being in a park, like broke with Lost Boys. You know what I mean?
Shout out Cheeks and them.
Shout out to my man Cheeks and them. And like I said, I throw in my bus pass to Cheeks so we can get to school. Then at the end of the day, going over to Fredro so he can cut our hair. You know what I mean? And then watching their success. Now, mind you, we weren't best friends. And White.
And in the midst of that, though, I don't want to get too deep in there, but you was involved. You was around the drug dealers getting the paper, yo. Like,
and then no, seriously. And then being around. And now, granted, I did not at this time. Nobody knew. So this is early. Mm-hmm. Nobody really knew. Later on, how magnified that these people would be later on. Like being around Supreme and Prince, because I grew up with Tough sitting in the cars of the people online, like, yo, the bulletproof BM. You know what I mean? Or seeing Deb across the street, or knowing when Waka Flocka was born. Like people don't understand. Like, big shout out to my man Tough. Big shout out to LaTanya. A lot of people don't know. I talk to her on Facebook all the time. These are their family members, and they're low key. You know what I mean? So, and I'm glad I got Slug up here, because Slug is from the neighborhood. Like, watching, and then with me and Lamont getting together and trying to put our foot in the game, and them coming to support us with no internet. And like, if we had the internet on the support we had back in the day, like, people would be like, oh no, these guys are the real deal. But it was such a struggle. And let me let you know, me and Lamont are the thousands and thousands of stories that happen. Right, but but my point is, White.
Shout out to Lamont, Lamont.
Shout out to Big Lamont, man.
He took me and Small to the studio. We did a track with MC Shan.
You know what I mean? Like, MC Shan and my big shout out to Shan, my dude Shan out here now in the A too. So but to grow up and watch all the success stories from Cheeks to Fredro to go into like so y'all can go on my page, y'all can see Salam Remy.
All right, so more, but that's what I'm trying to say. So the family they know, but they don't know. The only people that can know is maybe James, somebody that come around.
James, yes, like, big shout out to James. Yes,
yeah, but you got to be in the mix. Like, you know, we was in it hard, like Paul. So, but you got to know. But it's energy too. Like, but it some people don't fuck that fam. No, not trying to this, but some people say fuck everything more, and they go off and then they become rich and famous because they just cut their family off. I'm talking about your immediate family too.
Right.
Some people just cut everything off and then they make it big.
No, and believe me, but see, the thing about it, White, and you and me and you observed this as we got older and you started seeing how I was moving, like, oh, so you did come from, it's like, that's cool to grow up with dudes on the block. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's not, and I understand it, it's luck. Slug just put up, it's a lot of luck also. And I understand. I thought it was luck.
It's not luck.
I don't believe in luck any now. Now I believe that it's just your journey. Now I just believe, because I'm a big butterfly.
It's your journey, but more. I'll put it to you like this: it's your journey and it's opportunities, because God puts you in positions that you got to take advantage of stuff. And if you don't, then you can keep going, but He put you in situations for you to skyrocket or not, yo. And a lot of times we just did what we thought was good, and it wasn't the way, you know.
No, and
it wasn't luck that we was in them situations. We put ourselves in them situations,
and that's where I had, after I came out of my grief and depression, was like, oh, that shit was for them. You know what I mean? Like, I had to go, oh, it wasn't luck. It wasn't those niggas came off. It was God telling me that's their journey. So it's almost like coveting, it's in the Bible, like you can't sweat somebody else's shit like that. So the more I was just like, yo, why you letting him? Me and him was in the same, that shit was fucking with me bad. Like, I was just like, what's going on?
I did say this though, Mo. If we was able to fuse with each other somehow, you'd have been rich, because I just think you needed a little like fuck it edge. Like, I'm fuck you, nigga. I'm gonna get in. And you wasn't like that. You was like, I'm gonna rock with you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know,
because it goes back to coming from a house of like a lot of people with different attitudes and a lot of aggressive shit going on in our neighborhood. And they were raising me to de-escalate shit. You know what I mean? I was raised by OGs like, yo, we're going to go on these streets to kill each other just so you don't go on the street and have to kill. You know what I mean? So I used to think that, like, yo, why I didn't? But I was raised by OGs saying, yo, we're out here killing each other so you don't have to.
Right.
You know what I mean? So what happens is that I had to appreciate my journey. So once I started appreciating my journey, everything started coming to me because now I'm into big manifestation stuff and I'm into the vibes and I'm into vibrations and all that other stuff. So I'm into everything I got. Like let me tell you like
so
this.
How long you been married?
This is yo, shut up, man. Get out my head because I was just about to say to you.
Yeah, how long you been married?
But that's not even how long I've been married.
No, I'm about to go off more though.
Yeah, I know. I'm about to. You taking my conversation. Yo, you literally taking the words out my mouth of Magna. What I had to even tell Janaea the other day. Mm-hmm. Like we didn't even know the date when we met, mm-hmm. And I had to learn with me studying manifestation and stuff like that manifestation. I said manifestation.
Right. Manifestation. I'm agreeing with you because I'm drunk. But keep
going. Manifestation of making like having shit come to me that I wanted. I had a crush on your cousin in like 84. You see what I mean? 84, 85. I end up seriously being involved with her as a kid by 86. And what I mean by that is our first date was coming to America on the Friday it came out.
Right.
So my point is I was checking for her a long time ago. I was going to Crystal, who was my neighbor. Big shout out to Crystal, who's like that's my sister.
Always winning.
And she's actually back at the same house that in New York.
In Queens?
In Queens. Where she, I used to come and go see Janaea when she used to come visit at her house. I know you laughing, Slug. Slug's a big part of this. Slug knew them since this time too. So
I don't know how Slug. I don't know how Mo did it because Mo, Janaea was winning back then. So Mo,
so crazy. But not back then, no. White. This is before like come on, we're like in 5th grade, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh, so you knew them from back then?
From 4th to 5th grade.
Oh shit!
I started checking for Janaea when I moved into Southside from Springfield.
Wow.
And I knew Crystal because Crystal was next door.
He said from St. Clemens Pope.
That's where him and Janaea went. Janaea went to school with Slug.
Oh yeah, so Slug.
I'm talking like 1st grade. Yeah. He's been around them forever. So I knew Crystal first because Crystal was my neighbor. So I knew Crystal since I was.
Shout out to Crystal. Did I say
shout out to Crystal again? Yo, all right, chill, because that you're making it uncomfortable. But so Crystal, I used to watch Janaea come over to Crystal's house. I used to be like, "Who's that?" La to the point to where my boy, God bless my boy Saki, my boy Jamal, who went to he just put their school up there, St. Clement, St. Clement Pope. I forget that it's Pope. That's wild that it's Pope. But St. Clement Pope with Janaea and them. And she thought that my boy Jamal just had a crush on her and was like, yo, it's you. He's like, no, it's my man Jamal. And she's like, you're Jamal. Like she thought it was him. And she was like, your cousin. She's like, and this is getting cringy. Like, this is getting creepy. Like he's like, nah. So for 2 days, he couldn't catch me. He finally caught me at the corner store and was like, this is Jamal. And that's how we met. You know what I mean? Like right there. So
you always had that energy out. That was going to be you.
Exactly. Girl. I used to look at her from the window, walk into Crystal's like, that's going to be my girlfriend. And
that shit is real too, more. That energy is so real that's so real.
So I'm letting you know this because with you being my brother are the only ones understanding how I magnify music in my life. You're the only one that studied me like this. Like nobody else studied me like this. Like so when I wanted Janaea, I manifested her to me from freaking 5th grade. You know what I mean? Like 5th grade. And I'm with her today. Like, you know what I mean? So when me and Lamont was out and we wanted to manifest we wanted to pull the industry to us, it may not have been the way we wanted, but who knew? Like me, Lamont was doing shows with KRS-One when he first came out.
Money Love, right?
Big shout out to my man, and big shout out to my man Kev and his brother Eric. Eric died on my honeymoon with date of when me and Janaea got together, and he was one of the ones who gave me. He pretty much he gave me my first turntables. He pretty much.
So real quick, with Lamont and you, like, was Lamont doing this joint first, and then you was like,
Lamont was doing it first. Lamont was doing it first. So let me tell you, I'm saying a lot of God. So I'm saying we got a lot of rest in peace going on. So
RP, God, we getting old too, man.
Yeah, we are getting old. So King Hayes, y'all know the battle rapper that we have on the show all the time. King Hayes, his dad, Divine. Just like I said, Sabrina earlier, who's the only one that really know me and know what I was going through personally. Her brother introduced me to the rap game. He took me to the parks when these niggas was battling at the park when hip hop was like just for the parks and that's it. And this is when I was like between 5 and 9 years old, when I couldn't even be at the park at a certain time after dark. And he used to take me to see these niggas battle. So he introduced hip hop to me. God bless Devon. He that's my big brother.
RP,
that's Hayes' dad. And it's wild that Hayes is becoming one of the top battle rappers.
Crazy, yo. That's,
you know what I mean? His dad introduced hip hop to me.
That's crazy, yo. Yep.
So as he introduced hip hop to me at the corner store, God bless Eric, was getting involved a little bit more, and as Eric was getting involved, he brought on him and Lamont got together because Lamont is older than me. So him and Lamont got together.
God, he putting you out there, Lamont. How old are you, Lamont?
Lamont's older than me. So him and Lamont actually kicked off on what they were doing a little bit more serious than Devon, because Devon was just rapping and was trying to become a rapper. Big shout out to my man Seda, and his partner Seda, and I used to just watch them write raps and stuff like that. Meanwhile, up the block, a little younger than them was Lamont and Eric. So Lamont and Eric, they actually started going out doing shows, and I think it was through Lamont's family that they were able to get these gigs.
So how did y'all get on like shows with like Moni Love and everybody? Like
So it started with Lamont and Eric. Eric was his DJ, Lamont was rapping, and Lamont and Eric actually came out when MC Lyte came out.
Wow.
So a quick story on Lamont is that him and Eric. So what song? South Bronx.
Okay, you talking about what song, nigga? You
South Bronx. No, I'm just saying his first song, South Bronx, just came out. So it was just on the radio. It just came out. Now, mind you, I'm loving it by South Bronx came out, because don't forget, I was with Devon when I was a kid, and I was just watching unknown rappers battle each other, like Kumo D and them coming from out the city to Queens to battle Infinity Machine. Big shout out to my man David, who probably still got all the tapes.
Wow.
And big shout out to DeWitt and Grandmaster Vic and all the DJs out there who used to set up for these dudes to battle. Fast forward to it hitting the radio, South Bronx just touched the radio. So KRS-One was doing these little gigs. But he was the man, and MC Lyte, Audio 2, and all of them weren't big yet. So Lamont and them used to go open up with this. I mean, I don't say he's going to go. They probably had 1 or 2 shows. I'm saying going to open up. They weren't on tour or nothing. But the shows they had in the city, they would go, and KRS-One used to diva them. This is before Scott LaRock.
Really?
Died. Yeah. KRS-One.
Niggas was divas back in the day.
Before Scott LaRock died, Scott LaRock changed KRS-One dying. That was honestly
Scott LaRock changed the industry.
It did. So I met Scott LaRock. At the Fish House in Queens and all of that. And KRS-One actually played me at the Fish House too. He probably wouldn't remember, but he played me. This is in his South Bronx days.
Real quick, not to cut you off, keep your train of thought. But when Scott LaRock died, because he was with KRS and he was like coming up in the industry, all of the Bronx felt it.
Yeah.
We all felt it. We was like, Scott LaRock. We was
before Biggie, before Pop Smoke, before Big Pun, before anyone dying in hip hop.
It was unheard of. He's the first
Easy, right? Before Eazy-E, before anybody who had a significant death. God bless all of them. Before anybody had a significant death, Scott LaRock was one of the biggest hip hop blows. It actually started we're supposed to feel like this.
The first hip hop death, yes.
Yeah, he was like
we all felt it, in the Bronx.
Now, mind you, we had niggas dying every day. Niggas
every fucking day. We walk across the street, somebody get killed.
Little rappers who used to come up and spit and be like, yo, you know that nigga who rapped last week, he dead, right? Oh, word? Oh, man. But did you hear about Scott LaRock?
Right.
Nigga, wasn't that your cousin? Yeah, that was my cousin. But did you hear about Scott LaRock, nigga?
Yes. I remember it was a march in the Bronx. I was too young. I wanted to be a part of it. But yeah, keep going.
No, it was huge. So to go back to Lamont and Eric, like I said, so Scott LaRock was, BDP at the time was just like huge.
Miss Melody,
Kenny Parker, and all of them. Like he was huge. D Nice.
Nice.
They were huge at the moment, and then they lost Scott LaRock. And then but Eric and Lamont kept doing a couple of shows. So all of a sudden, after a while, Eric pulled out of it, God bless, and he actually sold me his turntables. And I was like 12, I was like 13 years old. He sold me his turntables. So I just started doing parties with his turntables. God bless my stepfather. Him and my mom just got me the turntables because I was doing better in school and I was doing my thing and boom. So the turntables, after I started doing parties, I was in. That's it, hip hop.
No, yeah, right. But don't lose your train of thought. How y'all just started doing the shows with Lamont and opening for people and everything.
So that's a fast forward, to be honest with you. That's a fast forward because I went through a breakdance stage where I was in two movies. I was in the back scenes of Beach Street, and then I was in this movie called Turk 182. It's really you won't even see me in them. But anyway, I was involved. I started trying to
the fuzzy black character, but keep going.
Yeah. So later on, to fast forward to me and Lamont, by the time me and Lamont got serious, like I already was involved with my man Neil. Big shout out to Neil. I spoke to him yesterday out in Africa.
The computer genius.
Yes. Yeah. But here's the deal. Before Lamont linking up with Neil, he linked me up with somebody who had songs on the radio, Vicky Love. Big shout out to Vicky Love. And we can get her on the show anytime. Big shout out to Vicky Love. She had the song on the radio called You're Gonna Take Me on a Love Ride. We can pull it up right now and people would know this song. Like it was huge.
I don't think I know the song, but keep talking.
Yeah, but at the same time, so and this is if you go back on our BoroBredz show, you see the pictures in all of them. Like when we interviewed Neil, he brought it up. So Vicky Love lived on my block, and she introduced me to Neil because Neil was helping her with like engineering and all that other stuff. And I was, I'm coming from hip hop. I don't know nothing about the studio or anything like that. So she had 2 hit songs, and then I guess it fizzled out, and she's back on the block, but she was still doing shows.
No, this can't be the Vicky Love. I don't know.
Vicky.
I put Vicky. What's the name of the song?
Love Ride.
Love Ride. Keep talking. All right.
Yeah. So she knew me, of course, being from the block. Literally, she was my neighbor too. I wanted to get involved, and everybody felt safe with Vicky because she was the girl of the block. She was the homie, yo. She was like Janet Jackson of our block at the time too, bro. Like she was the hottie of the block, and we were so happy of her success that she was like,
nothing on YouTube, yo. Hold on.
Yeah,
Love Ride. I see it.
Yes. Vicky Love is up there, bro. Like this don't even play, bro. Like she's up there, yo.
All right, let me see if this is it, Mo. I'm about to see. Right. I don't think it is, but it could be wrong though.
No, it's right. There's not too many Vicky Loves, nigga.
Is it this one? Yeah, I think it's this one. That one, is that her?
Yeah, I don't see it. You didn't put it on the
Is that her?
Split the screen. No, that ain't her.
Yeah, I don't know who she is, then, nigga.
Nah, I'll hold on.
Vicky Love is nowhere near to be
found. No. Anyway, nigga,
is that a Queen story? Because I don't know.
Shut up, stupid. Shut
Shout
up.
out to Vicky Love. She probably was never there, but
anyway, shut up.
You getting at that age where you know.
You know what? I'm about to pull up. You spelling it wrong. It's your Bronx spelling is what it is.
Vicky, I spelled Vicky, man.
Nah, not with a Y, yo. It's with an I, yo.
Fuck out of here, yo. Now he gonna say she from Queens?
Yeah, she from Queens, yo.
That's why I never heard of her. But anyway,
yeah, I'm doing it right now. Go ahead.
I'll talk. So more. All right, so and then you got with y'all started doing shows though. I want to know like how y'all started opening for people.
All right. So hold on. So what had happened was Vicky set me up with Neil.
Vicky, so she had a song on the radio.
Right. Supposedly. And then so Neil started showing me the studio, and that's where when I knew about, so Eric linked me up with Lamont and was like, hey, Lamont's still doing it. And I see that you're active with dude in the studio. Yo, let's link you guys up together. So what had happened is he pretty much linked me up with Lamont, and then me and Lamont linked up with Neil. No, Vicky was already back on the road.
Okay.
And he linked me up with Neil.
You met Lamont together?
No, I met Neil first. Well, no, I already knew Lamont from the block. I already knew him since a kid. And then I linked Neil and Lamont up together.
Got you.
So because Neil pretty much was our manager.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Neil was pretty much our manager. So this is Vicky Love right here, you fool.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna see if it's real. I don't hear nothing.
This is a hit song on the radio.
Back to the East Coast. He said back to the East Coast. What? More, you got the volume turned up because it sounds like just pitches. It looked like
you can't hear it.
If I can hear it, I don't hear nothing.
Hold on.
See, I got it. It's a lot of holes in Moral Story, y'all. Like holes.
Anyway,
did Vicky Love really exist? That's what.
Shut up, stupid. So you can't hear it at all, White?
Nah. Pause it. Don't worry about it. Then get out of there. But so, all right. So
anyway, I'm leaving this picture up.
I see it's up there.
Yeah. So Vicky Love, right here on 4th and Broadway. Y'all look it up if y'all want to. I'm sorry, it was Nuance featuring Vicky Love. That's probably where you was getting it wrong too.
I think I was getting it wrong because it just wouldn't pull up.
Yeah, that's it right there. And her name is Vikki.
I got it, Mo.
But anyway, fast forward to Neil.
Exit out here, join real quick. We can keep. So you and Neil did what?
Yeah. So boom. Neil stepped in, and Lamont stepped in. I put them two together, and we started a group. Me and Lamont started a group together while Neil engineered and pretty much managed us. And he pretty much put us through getting us ready for shows. So I actually was like Lamont's hype man, really. You know what I mean? So I started off with the hype man situation, and then and I was writing too. I had some 16s in there with him too. But at the same time, I just was
Oh, you can hear this?
Yeah, I can hear that.
So this is the infamous Vicky Love, y'all.
Hey yo, let's have to play for a sec.
It sound like some shit I'm on. We fuck with this in the Bronx.
Anyway, you don't know nothing about that.
It sound like some freestyle shit.
I'll be right back. Hey, White, I'll be right back.
Yo, hurry up, man.
I'm so attracted to you, and there is something that I want to do. I don't have any time to waste, so come on over to my place. I don't even know.
Never heard it before, though.
But I still want you just the same. I'll squeeze and hug you.
All right, I'm good. I'm good. I never heard that shit before in my life, but it sounds good because at the time we used to rock with that. More, you need to hurry back because I'm about to give you the business. But nah, more. He used to get it popping, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't never heard of Vicky Love. I'm trying to hear about when Lamont and him started doing shows because I want to transition to when my family told me about Jamal, and they was like, yeah, he doing his thing. And I was like, who's Jamal? You know? And then I got on one more, and I made his life a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? But he'll let you know how, like, I just made him a little better. Mo, you back?
Back.
All right, bet. We was just talking about how after the Vicky Love, we seen it, we know it's real.
So she's on the streets. Neil was involved with her, doing a lot of her work for her. Then boom, here come she introduced me and Neil. Neil introduced me to the studio stuff, and then I was like, yo, I got a guy, because I was looking up to Lamont, who was doing shows with KRS One of them, brought him in, and he was like, yo, we need to do something. So boom, me and him and Neil just started practicing, making records and practicing right. And making records. And then we got to the point where we was doing shows, and then one of our shows, we started, I forgot where our first show, but anyway, one of our big shows was at Lyricist Lounge. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But first we would go around supporting Fredro because Onyx was just popping.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So
Onyx because I was talking to them all like a week ago, and I was like, they really did change the culture of bald heads because nobody wanted to rock a beanie, and when they came out, everybody in the Bronx was cutting their hair.
Yeah. No, I just today watched this good piece by this dude named Ali Talk, ALI Talk. Big shout out to him. He does all these pieces on older groups and how they started and all that. And we knew the whole Fredro story of because they already was signed to Profile. So they and Sticky is Fredro's cousin. Right. So it's a great piece. I wish I could have put it in the link down here. But anyway, Fredro was cutting hair. He used to cut for my nephew's uncle. His name is Terry. He used to cut for him, and he was making money with him. And basically, and don't forget, I told you Fredro used to dance. He used to dance with Kwame and all of them like that. So he used to have Kwame. Yeah. He used to have the Kid and Play high top and all that. They used to come around with the new style, and when everybody was, baggy pants, polka dots, and all that, that was them.
Kwame had the polka dots, yo.
Yeah, Fredro did too. Real talk. But Fredro was always about style, bro. Like Fredro would bring the new style because I think Fredro had family in Brooklyn and stuff like that too. So he used to go from Manhattan to Brooklyn and bring the new style to Queens all the time. So when we go to his barbershop, it's like, nigga, what you got on? You look weird, or I may have to fuck with that.
Right.
And so, but he eventually got up with Jam Master Jay at
Rest in
peace, Jam Master Jay. He at Greeknik out at Jones Beach.
I heard the story. They said he seen him in traffic.
Right. Now, mind you, they were already signed to Profile. They were already signed to Profile with a song called and we do it like this. And we do it like that.
We fucked with them back then, but yeah.
They had one single with Profile, and they came to Jay. So Jay was like, yo, Run DMC is already on Profile. What let's go ahead and go handle this business. So it just worked out with Fredro. But we didn't know Fredro rapped. The only one that told me that Fredro rapped was DS. You really got to watch this.
Big DS.
Yes, you got to watch this documentary.
Rest in peace. He died.
I know. Rest in peace again. My man, Big Marlon. My man, Marlon. Now, I grew up with Marlon. Now,
with DS?
Yeah, yes. That's who I knew.
He was on that. He was on that song. He said, "Big DS, I put a hole in your chest."
Yeah, everybody remember that.
I remember his verse.
So you gotta watch the documentary again. Big shout out to Ali Talk. I'm gonna send you the documentary after this. You gotta watch it. We could actually watch it. It's not that long, but anyway. Well, you know what we gotta start doing? I gotta start bringing up these documentaries, and me and you just watch it and react on our show. But anyway, real quick, Ali brought up so much old memories to me. So when Onyx started, I did not know Fredro was rapping. Nobody knew Sticky. Sticky's like from Brooklyn. So nobody knew Sticky. Did not know Sonny Caesar either. Mm-hmm. We only knew Fredro. And then I knew Marlon. Now, Marlon lived like a walk away from me and a walk away from my park between where I'm at from Fox Boulevard. So I lived in that area. So I used to see Marlon all the time. He went to Adams. So he went to Adams High School. He was like a year older than me, but we always linked up. Now Marlon knew we was rapping and he was trying to rap too. But God bless his soul, Marlon didn't have the skills.
He had the bars. So.
No. And come to find out, so when he got into Onyx, my man, big shout out to my man Corey, because Corey's a big part of Onyx. Mm-hmm. You saw the video Slam. He's the big dark-skinned nigga who's reaching for the camera. That's Corey. Corey was pretty much a part of Onyx, but wasn't. But anyway, we used to watch. Marlon used to rap, but we used to diss his raps. He used to just rap, and we used to be like, "Yo, you cool?" Like, but it wasn't big to us. But when he got into Onyx with Fredro, and they actually blew up, we were like, "What is happening right now? Like, what is this?" Now, Marlon was with the Profile deal, but when he got over to JMJ, who signed Onyx, it was a wrap from there because they didn't put Marlon. I'm gonna wait till White get back on the White.
No, I'm listening. I'm here. I'm not going nowhere.
All right. So they took out a bunch of Marlon verses. Right. They took out a bunch of DS verses because they feel it wasn't matching the Onyx energy. And I knew it wouldn't. God bless his soul. But I knew it wouldn't.
DS, he was in like you talking about DS?
Yes.
Yeah, he was like the weakest link.
But here's the deal, White. I just learned today, watching this documentary I got to send to you, that he had a verse almost. Fredro said he had a verse almost on every song. And if you remember that album, he only had 2 verses on that album.
Really? What was like? But he was in like a. But it's crazy because everybody knows DS verse from Slam. Like
that's weird. It. No, it's weird. Don't forget, it is weird because because Fredro and Sticky are cousins, so he brought Sticky in, and when he brought Sticky in, Jam Master Jay was like, "We're using mostly Sticky. We're pulling a bunch of Marlon verses because it just don't fit."
Sticky was the Busta Rhymes of Dave.
He was exactly.
Yeah.
So they ran with Sticky and they ran with Fredro mostly, and Sonny Caesar doing most of the verses. And I did not know, but DS left the group before he died.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did not. You got to watch this documentary. He actually left to do his own solo career. He had cornrows and everything.
Never heard of it, but yeah.
Yes. So he went trying to do his own, but Fredro said we stayed mad cool. We still stayed mad cool. We didn't have no animosity. We supported his projects, but they did support because to take you back to me and Lamont doing a show at this place called Lyricist Lounge. I think not at the Tunnel. Is that the
Nah, y'all ain't do the Tunnel. Y'all ain't do
No, we did the Tunnel. Shut up. Anyway, but it wasn't at the Tunnel. It was like anyway. First thing, Lyricist Lounge, no matter where it was,
Lyricist classic.
It was a classic show, and Fredro and them appeared and jumped on stage with us and hyped our show up.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? So that was a big situation for us. But at the same time, I didn't know they were going through what they were going through until I watched this video. But to fast forward to what you was asking me about doing shows, me and Lamont, we didn't do too many shows, White, to be honest with you.
Didn't you do a show with Moni Love, though?
No, Moni had us do a show. We did a show, but Moni was just taking us around, hanging around with Naughty by Nature.
So
and Native Tongue.
Because remember we ran into her and you was like cool with her, and I was like, you know this?
No, because Moni, I don't know if it was the Lyricist Lounge show or no, I think it was Lamont was dating somebody who knew Moni Love, and they bought our tape to Moni Love, and then she reached out and came out to Queens and hung out with her. And big shout out. Yeah, he was getting it in. It was too much getting it in. That's we could do a whole nother podcast on Lamont with girls back in the day. It was ridiculous. He lost one girlfriend in 9/11. Lamont was it. Let's not even go.
Right, yeah, don't do that.
Yo, big shout out to our man Slug. Slug knows the details too, because Slug and Lamont is, Slug, they're family. So
okay.
But anyway, But anyway, so when Moni got involved, Moni was just taking us around to everything that was popping. So we were at the hip hop parade set. Anything Latifah was doing, she had us at. Like she was just showing us off. That's how we did the tunnel and all that. Like she was just taking us around, showing us off.
Right.
That's it. It wasn't like she took us and we were just doing shows. Nah. People were loving our tape. So she was just like getting us around doing it like
but
that.
But y'all still was in the mix because with Moni Love, she was popping in the industry at the time.
Yes, so. She was popping. This is around Native. This is around Naughty by Nature, Native Tongue. Hug just coming off her successful album. Mm-hmm. She just came off of her album, which I think was gold, but she still was in that nature of Queen Latifah and Naughty by Nature.
And not many females back then, so everybody knew Moni Love.
The ladies first, she killed the ladies first verse. So yeah. So she's coming off of that. So she had us hanging around her, around Tretch and all of them. So we actually could have ended up in Native Tongue if we would have kept going. Like we were that deep and rolling around them. Now on the back end, as you know personally, big shout out to my partner Brian. I was growing up with my father being involved with Ralph McDaniel's aunt.
Video Music Box. Shout out to Ralph McDaniels and Brian.
Shout out to Ralph McDaniels. White just put out another the old interview we had with him. But Ralph's aunt and my dad was together for like 20 years. So she was like my stepmom.
Right.
Like real talk. Big shout out to Jill and Sean, her kids, my man T, all of them. Like I was pretty involved on the back end also outside of Lamont. So Ralph was giving me access also.
Video more. This is all right. So look, the energy, people don't understand it. So I know through family, but Video Music Box was the biggest shit in New York, and you was around that and shit.
Listen,
you not just around it, you were the guy that started it.
Yeah, yes,
Ralph,
I was involved with
Ralph, the founder,
the legendary founder. Yes.
So,
and at this time, he's shooting everybody's video from R&B to hip hop. So he's shooting people video from Whitney Houston to I don't know if it's Wu-Tang Clan. Exactly. So his team, because he had Classic Concepts. So Classic Concepts was his partner Linnell, and they shot everything up to where they shot a movie, I think, also. So their hands was on everything because of Ralph playing, being one of the first person to play videos and introducing videos
MTV raps.
Before your MTV raps playing hip hop videos. So I was blessed again. Now, White, it goes back to our topic of life theory. Like, yes, I'm proud of being involved with that. Yes, God put that in my life, but I also, with me as a kid of having energy of wanting hip hop in my life, I believe in manifest. Exactly. Just like Janaea, I believe I'm manifesting this stuff to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I was out there doing it. You know what I mean?
I believe in that too, because everything I've been through in my life, I always that's why I know we about to be filthy rich soon, because everything I manifest, it always comes true.
Big shout out to this chick I listen to daily now. Her name is Esther Hicks. She calls herself Abraham, and because she channels herself as Abraham. It's the whole I don't dig
Abraham Lincoln,
Abraham Hicks. But but outside of all of that, she kind of explained my journey. Like, so all this great energy of me accepting my journey, I invested into manifesting stuff. So if I got out of all the trials and tribulations of why I'm not there or why I'm going down, these challenges and why is my life like this and what's up with the crack era and why am I losing people every other month to every week to, you know what I mean? Like getting out of the trials and tribulations and recognizing what God has given me of the people who actually, I started finding out the people who understood my manifestation was sticking with me.
Right.
And then another thing you learn about manifestation is you have to step back and enjoy your journey to get it, because you can you can get mad and go like, yo, I'm gonna go harder, and get everything, but you're forcing it. And a lot of people who force stuff, it doesn't come the way they want. And that's what I learned with Janaea. Like, when I started forcing Janaea, like, you need to be supporting me. I've been doing this since I was a kid. You know, I'm from Queens and your family. Now your family, I got your cousins. Understand? Like, when I was trying to force Janaea into of the stuff that was manifesting to me, that's when shit was going wrong.
Right.
That's when it was going wrong. That's when, because I remember, big shout out to Be Rich one night. Big shout out to Be Rich. Big shout out to Jaron Benton. Big shout out to a lot of people that I actually manifested into my life because I was pursuing something that I love.
I remember too.
Be Rich was like, yo, I'm going through some shit. Go home to your wife, bro. You remember that. You know what I mean? He was just like,
told him, I gotta go to the restaurant. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no, and what I'm trying to understand is that I wasn't appreciating that I actually made it this long. Because don't forget, I like me and Dwight was just telling, you know, is we was losing. We didn't understand the community we was growing up in, like with a lot of loss and a lot of trials, and a lot of like the income was hard, and you know, and it was weird, man. And I had to figure out that, it was weird for me. You know what I mean? I didn't attach I used to attach myself to I used to attach myself to whatever was popping in music, and I used to attach myself so much to the point to where I was blind on my journey on what I'm enjoying. And when I turn around and come home and I lost somebody or something like that, I used to be on some why God shit. And I was just like, to God was like, yo, that ain't got nothing to do with you. You on your own journey. Like accept your journey and your manifestations will work. And we have to come to that understanding is that, yo, you understand your walk. You know what's going on, but once you involve your walk with somebody else's walk, you're gonna lose what's coming to you. And back then I was just confused. I was just so freaking confused. Like all the stuff from watching Cheeks and watching Fredro and watching, you know, a bunch of people. Neil used to manage Father MC. And then he managed they used to be called STP, but they end up being organized confusion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Neil used to, like I was saying, White Neil used to manage Father MC before Father MC went off to Uptown. He used to manage organized confusion when they were STP. He like Father MC first label was on Neil's label.
That's crazy because then Father MC is like,
and then but he blew up though. Father MC introduced us to Jodeci and Puffy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Father MC was playing on the radio, bro. Like playing on the radio. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know a lot about Father MC, yo.
You know what I mean? So but my point was, what I was saying while you was gone is that for me not understanding my journey, kind of I didn't understand I was manifesting stuff to me. And if I would have just stepped back and just enjoyed what I was doing, which I did enjoy, I had a lot of fun. I understood what was going on, but I was, as soon as the challenges was getting up, I was looking up like, why God, why me? I'm doing this and I'm not getting anywhere, and I'm come home and people are dying. And I'm still broke. My family's broke. Right. Like, you know, I was taking all that shit to the head.
The thing I realized is everything happens for a reason, and you are in your position because I think everything is set. But like I said, God put stuff in front of you, and it's not being over like I'm gonna do this. It's like Michael Jordan, just I'm a fucking bust ass. I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? It's that. It's about we was there, but we was living invested in a moment that we was like, fuck this. I'm gonna show y'all why I'm me. I think that's it. Well, some people just like they just zone out. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna just be me and I'm gonna crush it. You know what I'm saying? And some people just don't, because like we was caught up in the moment, mad times, like, and thinking you gotta take
your time to get in, and it's not like I said, not being over like cocky or nothing. Just do you, pretty much, when your opportunity presents itself.
And that's what it was. But I was around the people with that. Like Lamont was the Michael Jordan. He had the determination. Him and Neil used to argue all the time because they used to bump heads because they were two determined people. I wasn't. I was a supporter. I loved both of them, and I wanted both of them to win. And they wanted each other to win too, but I was more of a supporter. Like I was the hype man. So, right. And you know this after I took on with you that I always played the backfield, and I always wanted the star to shine. So I was behind Lamont, like, right, yo, he's the best rapper ever. Even when I did with your career, I'm like, yo, Bomicidal don't want to do it. I'm pushing White to the front. I never got on the mic and said, I hyped with you. You know what I mean? Because we
did a couple shows actually.
You know what I mean? I hyped, but my point is that
when we did What's Poppin' in Vegas, no, not what was the club? Vegas Nights. We did it. We did that Vegas Nights. We did it at another spot too. But my point is, on my journey, I always supported. I always was playing the background. But my whole thing is, while I played the background, there was niggas playing the background with the same attitude as the Michael Jordan. Shout out to Puffy.
You know what I mean? Exactly. I was around the Puffies.
I feel like you didn't. I don't know Puffy's story, but I feel like you did more than him but you didn't shine. You didn't let yourself shine.
No, because I was getting frustrated with the hitting the brick wall. But again, Puffy had it as God bless. Hopefully, God bless where he's at right now. Hopefully, he get through what he's getting through. But at the same time, I could have been a Puffy, or I could have been tied in with Puffy. You know what I mean? No, seriously, and I'm not. I'm not even going to pause on that because I know for a fact that yes, I probably wouldn't have been exactly where he's been, but I'm such a supporter. I'm such a hold down dude. He could have been doing stuff, and I had dudes on the street doing work.
Not only that you have the same ambition. Puff, he was like a new, like, I'm fuck it, I'm here. And you just you didn't take it to the industry was kind of like the drug game. You had to be aggressive, yo, and you didn't have that aggressive side in you.
No, I didn't. Don't forget, the industry was kingpins selling kingpins. So you had to have a kingpin. You had to have a kingpin on camera or on the stage, and behind you, you had a kingpin moving you. That shit was eventually not going to work. That's where the Suge Knights. That's where everybody came. It's not going to work. Someone had to come down a lot. So then, don't forget, I was around the Chris Lighties. Mm-hmm. God bless his soul. I was around, the Shakur Stewarts. God bless his soul. So what I'm saying is, and they took, allegedly, a lot of things around suspicious things happen around their death, but so far it's committed as a suicide. And these niggas was at the top of their games.
No, I remember one time we was in a movie. We was watching the Black Chunk with that show with Jay-Z and Dame Dash, and he was
backstage,
and he was who was it? Somebody was jumping him off for the jacket. Dame Dash for the jacket. It was a leather jacket, and he was like, "Yo, you should have get." And you was like, "He shouldn't be acting like that," and it was like his downfall.
But mind you, I always tell that story because that was the vibrato of me. Yo, when I said that to you that night about Dame Dash, that's almost the night I knew, like, damn, this hip hop shit may not be for me because I can't act like that. Meanwhile,
what's crazy? I was like, nah, you gotta be like that.
No, and you weren't the only one. Everybody was thinking you gotta have that attitude. And I was like, but why? I hung out with Kurt Burrows from Bad Boy. I hung out with people backstage who was doing. I was around Kevin Lyles. I was around Corey and them on their way coming up, being humble and trying to get the. Now, granted, don't forget, before Dame Dash, Leah Cohen was like Dame Dash. Right. He was the one cursing with the vibrato. That's why they came to head that. But at the same time.
But Leo wasn't like Dame Dash. Dame Dash was on some.
And that's what made me. But that's what made me mad in that movie theater because we saw it. Me and you. This really date us too on how old we are. But don't forget, we went to see that the Friday it came out.
Right.
That was we all went to go see that movie the debut it came out. So when I saw that with you, And it's not even that Dame Dash was having that go-getter attitude that I probably needed to have to move people. It's that he was doing it to Kevin Liles. That's what was fucking me up. If he was doing that to Leah Cohen, I probably would have I would have been like, oh, he getting that nigga back with his own shit. Mm-hmm. But he was doing it to somebody who was humble. Mm-hmm. And I was like, damn, he's if he yells at Kevin, if he doesn't notice that who he's yelling at right there, to say, you're not the guy, I don't mean to give this to you, but go call your boss. Right. But you're going to yell at Kevin Liles, who actually tried his best to make sure y'all had that split deal? Right. I was like, nah, bro. Nah.
You did tell me in the movie, I was like, yo, how, yeah, Dame Dash, yeah.
Just imagine, White, fast forward, and I was Kevin Liles, and you were sitting in the theater, and you saw somebody screaming on me, and you're like, that's one of the most humblest dudes. Why are you screaming at Mar like that? Like, that nigga really worked hard for you. You'd have been like, oh, this shit ain't going to work out. Because at the same time, you know that though you scream on me, I'm going to keep working. Right. And that's what Kevin Liles did. He was like, okay, you want to take, like, it's like me and you. It's like, okay, you want to scream on me? Then you're going to have to hit, you're going to have to hit the white later on. So you want me or you want the white?
Right.
So why are you screaming at me? And I'm the one you need to be talking to. Yeah. Because don't forget, fast forward, 10 years later, and RZA was in that room with Dame Dash, and he closed the door when RZA was mad. And in ODB's VH1's documentary, he didn't scream on RZA, and he didn't let RZA scream on him in front of the camera. Because RZA, as soon as RZA got mad, he was like, yo, close that door. And all you heard was RZA screaming through the door about ODB. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
It was a documentary on ODB coming out of jail and coming back up. And RZA was he was just like, yo, get these cameras out of here because I'm about to scream on you. And that's what you're supposed to do.
Well, Dame Dash didn't give a fuck. But I thought Dame Dash is clearly too much, you know, and he's still getting bread, but he ain't no Jay-Z.
No, because Jay-Z knew when to shut up. That's all it comes down to, bro. Like there's no punk in it of knowing when to shut up. That's all it is. It's like Dame Dash, and you know this with me and you. We talk about it a lot of shows. There's certain niggas you can bring with you to the suburbs, bro.
Oh yeah.
There's only certain niggas I can bring with me to the suburbs.
But a lot of people we can't though, like
because people are looking from our community like you a sucker for going to suburbs. You a kiss up now. You a Uncle Tom and all that other stuff. But we want to get in the suburbs too. It's like, no, nigga, how you gonna want to get in the suburbs? I'm trying to teach you the lingo, but you're like, nah, you gotta do it like this, nigga. How you know? How you know?
Some people ain't made to leave the hood, though.
No, and that's the whole thing with me with communication. It takes me back to again our point of life investment theory. It's like when I moved to the suburbs and knew how people who you would call or who our community would call racist, who our community would call they think they're better than us and all this other stuff, who felt a certain way, I was like, yo, let me go over there and talk to them.
Right.
Nah, they're not really like that. Oh, they playing you. You drinking the Kool-Aid. And it's like, no, I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm just not investing in much time. I'm not investing in much frustration as you do. And that's what I live to today. My investment theory is I can only invest what I can invest in you until you get pissed off and don't want to fuck with me. That's it.
All right. So we about to wrap it up soon. But how you like back to the beginning of the topic, like as far as like parents and how you deal with your kids, and then let's say your kid ain't even in your life. Like, how do you deal with like breaking up with your girl and then your kid getting older and then you just don't fuck with them no more because of the parents?
This is gonna sound real crazy, but number one, you gotta love yourself. If you don't love yourself, if you let anything in your mind come out of you that you don't, and I'm not saying to be selfish with it. I'm not saying to be to be like you the shit or make somebody feel bad. I'm saying that you have to have understanding to where You have controls of your emotions. You got to get yourself in check. Like you said, like the beginning of the conversation, the advice I was given to my family was, okay, I'm listening to all this shit that you, and I'm here to listen to all this. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for you to throw all this shit at me. Fuck that bitch, and my kid is thinking a certain way, and yo, I don't understand how my kid and this, that, and the third. So what I threw back at him was, you can't give them any of that. Throw it all to me. Don't give them that.
Right.
You throw it all to me so you can have a place where you can spar, straighten yourself up, and show them that you really don't give a fuck.
Right.
This is how I'm going to live. This is how I'm going to do it. You know I'm a caring person. What do you need? Oh, I don't have that now. You know I don't have that now, but I'm not even going to go within what you know, because just saying you know, you're walking into their world. So all you say is, I don't got it.
It's
what I can help you
tough.
with.
Yeah, it's tough love, because it's like when I was when a kid becomes a teenager, they do start forming their own opinion, but they still got whatever their parents taught them embedded in them. So you got it. I try to tell, like, even with my son now, I told you, like, he tried me the other day. I walked in the room. He told me, what you need. I was about to take his head off.
Right.
But I'm like, he's 16. He about to be 17. I'm like, at teenagers, they feel a certain entitled. So I'm like, you got to have more patience with teenagers, and you got to kind of let them be, because when we was teenagers, it was different from us. Like, our parents, like, they loved, we didn't disrespect our parents, but we did so much shit they didn't know about.
Right.
But nowadays, like, the kids feel like we don't know shit, and everybody, you ain't got to live with them or not. You just got to have patience and be there for them. And when they get older, they'll know. But I feel like you got to be there for them regardless.
No, you do. But at a certain point, you got to know how to invest into your kids. I know that sounds crazy, but again, everything is an investment. If you don't start from you, I look at myself as a storefront. Mm-hmm. Everybody, from my wife to my mom to my siblings to everybody, is a customer coming into my store. So how I take care of them, I got to be on my best customer service. Right. All right, what do you need? Some of them are my favorite customers. Some of them are like, oh, I know what this customer's going to do when he comes into my energy. Okay, what do you need? All right, am I going to try to run him out the store, or am I just going to let him chill until he leaves? Because I got to treat them all. I got to treat them all as.
How do you do that? Putting the personal feelings to the side. Like I said, when I went in my son's room and he said, "What you need?" I'm like, "What the fuck? You don't? I'm taking his head off. Don't talk to me like that, nigga."
Well, first thing you got to do is you got to learn breathing techniques. You got to do the walk away. Me and you talked about this earlier. It's the same thing with a job. It's the same thing at your office. The same thing where you work. Soon as they get irate, you want to get irate with them. Like, you better know who I am. But at the job, you don't do that. You probably turn away and be like, "Hey, somebody else take care of this," because you got to go breathe, calm down, and then come back.
I don't want to lose my job.
but it's the same way with your kid. You don't want to lose that conversation, because you're going to lose that conversation once y'all start going at each other.
Right.
And that's your investment. Your investment is your communication with your kids. That's it. My investment is my communication with my kids. I used to think that you treat them a certain way, you raise them a certain way, and they respect you. Nope, that's not it. Because they're walking into your store looking around like, yo, this is one of my favorite stores. Well, I'm starting to not like shit. Well, what do you don't like? Let's try to get it right.
Here's the thing. Regardless how great you think you raise them, once they get older, they're going to have their own opinions about you regardless.
Right.
So it's like, you can't, like, it's nothing you can do about that. So
you try to shift the conversation, but you try to do is you try to always want their business. So you try to shift their conversation to keep their business. But if you shift the conversation, once they say something to trigger you, you're going to kick the customer out the store. Like, what? You a Trump supporter? Get the fuck out my store. Right. It's like, he just invested, like, buying amount of stuff for the store. Even though y'all got different opinions, you're still the owner of the store. So you got to learn how to communicate with your customers, whether they're Trump supporters or Kamala supporters. You got to learn how to communicate with all of them. Like, if you don't like the conversation, with a customer, you be like, well, I'm gonna let you have this one. We can talk about this another time. But what else do you need? Do you need something else? You can always come in my store to talk.
Right.
So next time they come, like I used to work at a place with a bunch of support, people with different conservative views, and I had to learn how to be ready for their conservative views when they come. Not know, oh, here come this nigga. Now, granted, we are saying that. Don't get it twisted. Like when Janaea comes with a problem or the kids come with a problem, I'm like, here we go with this bullshit. Like, how am I going to be like, no, you can't have it or you're wrong? You know what I mean? Like, because it's going to lead me something. But you're setting yourself up just like the customer. Customer coming like, yo, this is broke again. It's like, oh, you taking it home and breaking this shit. All right, what can we do to make sure you don't, that it stays this way? You go right into business. That's the same thing with your life, bro. That's the investment theory, bro. It's everybody's an investment. The only one that you to answer to on this earth is, to me personally, because I'm spiritual, is God. That's the only one I really answer to. That's the only one everybody else I work with.
And pretty much respect it. If you don't have to agree with it, but respect it and work with it.
That's it, because I want everybody's business. That's why I think every human is dope. That's why I think the human being is the dopest creation from God. I believe God created the universe, the planets, and the humans. I believe he created those three. I personally believe that the humans is the dopest creation because I feel we're actually communicating. Now, I'm not a planet, so I don't know how a planet is communicating with somebody else. You know what I mean? With other planets. I don't know how the universe is communicating with other universe, but it's expanding.
Right.
Planets are rotating around each other. You know what I mean? If they come close and collide, they know how to communicate with each other. That's the same with us, White.
Shout out to Blanco. What's good, Frankie Blanco?
That's why I'm a big believer in the three elements. Like I told you earlier, like we're walking universes. Like we're literally like our DNA is built like almost the universe. You know what I mean? Like you can't read. I don't care.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, because you can't
can't reinvent.
This how kids grow up hating their parents, because it's like if you went in your job and you did some shit, you get fired. But if you do some shit with your kid and mentally they're like, fuck my parents, and they don't want to fuck with you no more.
Because you're not trying to keep them as a customer. You're like, this is how it goes in my store, and that's it. And it's like, would I do that if somebody came and invested into my business and I told them that, yo, get out my store? When I know that they're one of my favorite customers or one of their customers that I have to invest into because I need for them to keep coming back, because your kid keep coming back is good energy. Your good community, that's just better energy.
Blanco,
you know what I mean?
We are nuclear power plants.
No, seriously, bro. Like we are. There's a different. Okay, I love humans. I think I'm to the point to where I almost back up with God and pat him on the back, like, yo, this shit is dope. Like you got the. I almost look at God like we're action figures, and he's just doing this. Like, yo, watch what I do with this. I'm gonna make this Power Ranger go against this army man. Like, watch. I'm gonna make them date too. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's the dopest. Maybe I was into toys a little bit too much. I think God is doing the dopest job with us, and I'm a humanist. But I'm also an evolutionist. And what I mean by that is we're going on the right path. We're in the best days of our lives, and it's only getting better generation by generation. It's only getting better.
You think that?
No, but let me tell you, it's proven. It's fact. You want to know what the fact is? And you should know this. There's homeless people with cell phones.
Oh, yeah.
That's a proven fact that we're going the right way.
You see what Blanco just said? Like
what? The body. What he said? The body. Oh, I don't got my glasses on. He said the body is an organic suit that was created. Hold on, for us to keep his divine energy contained to experience the third dimensional reality in my option. Praise to the Most High. Yes, and basically we're just vessels. He's right. I told you, we're like toys. And I'm thinking he's doing the best job. Like, and he's getting mad because everybody's like, yo, this world is messed up. And he's like, yo, dude, I took y'all from dirt to bumping your heads trying to see who's king and building stuff to kill y'all killed each other. He's like, I killed the dinosaurs so y'all can live. Like, and y'all saying, yo, this world is fucked up. Do you want to go back to where the dinosaurs were? I don't think so. Do you even want to go back to the civil rights era? I don't think so. Do you want to even go back to the crack era? I don't think so. We're moving in there's got to be wars. There's got to be differences. It wouldn't be balanced. Like my marriage with Janaea for 27 years, if we didn't argue one day or we figured it out how not to argue, come on, bro. Like there wouldn't be no balance of not having a disagreement.
Right.
You know what I mean? It wouldn't be balanced. There's some people who it's the world is in such a good place right now. Like we lost, me and you should notice this because of the community we came out of.
Right. But I feel like, I feel different because when people be like, the cops killed this person, I'm like, nigga,
that's
20 black people killed 1,500 black people, and the cop killed 2 people.
Bro,
what about the 15 black people that killed 1,500 people?
Once you fall in love with just being a human being and not fall in love with people makes it different. You gotta understand, once a human being become a person, they get a personality.
All right, but look what Blanco said. I agree with that because I feel like everything is getting worse because this civilization, like these motherfuckers don't care about nothing more. Like
that's propaganda. Y'all read into the y'all read into the propaganda. Do you know how many times the Bible said this world was supposed to be over before us? It's propaganda. You know who wrote the Bible? A person. You know what I mean? You know who's showing you this stuff online? You know who's showing you this stuff on TV? You know why? Because they're like, you gotta understand, negative sells more than positive. But positive always wins. That's why I don't believe into the government. I believe the government is just a filter because the 99% is on the other side of the government. Like, oh, let them keep bumping heads. Let the 1% keep. I mean, let the 99% keep bumping their heads. The 1% is just like, it's good over here. But what you have to believe is that if you don't believe that if you take yourself out your culture, take yourself out your people, take yourself out your day-to-day, and know that you're the shit, you personally are the shit. And then not only that you notice that you're the shit, you're a walking universe, that you're about as important as a planet, and you're about as important as the universe, you're going to look at your people like, oh shit, do y'all know how dope y'all are? Even the nigga who's shooting at you, you're going to be like, yo, you know how dope you are for just to lift your hand up and shoot at? Like, you understand? Like, once you walk into their personality and once you see, like, you want to get into a dictator's head or you want to get into the cop who killed someone, once you want to get into their heads, that's a whole nother thing. Now you want control of your journey. And God is the only one in control of your journey. You're just supposed to be helping them. Like, hey, maybe you don't need to be killing them. Oh shit, he killed them anyway. Like, all right, here's my boundary.
No, I got mad real life stories though. Like, in my older years, I could have got bodied numerous times.
Hold on, real quick. I don't believe that, Blanco. That's not the deaf culture. We in the best culture.
Well,
we're in the best culture. We're in the best culture. It's just that, don't forget, we come from a negative aspect of thinking. You understand, when I started sitting in the suburbs, they didn't have a negative aspect of thinking because their culture made them feel good as a person. Forget the racism background stuff. Forget the personality.
If God controls your journey, then what's free will?
God, you have free will. That's the dopest part of the journey. That is the dopest part of the journey. The problem is, stop worrying about other people's free will. Just use yours. That's your currency. That's your money. If you have free will and be like, hey, he's using his free will different. He's killing people. Why are you worried about his free will? Stop worrying about other people's free will. Study yours and use your free will to try to help God navigate some people to start thinking like, because God is like, yo, I'm hooking you niggas up. Dwight and Jamar is sitting is actually on the phone together and they lost brothers. Right. Like they literally lost their brother. and they're sitting here on the. Do you know how crazy that is? You know how many bullets passed our heads for us to be dead right now?
I ain't never told a story online. So like this happened like 4 years ago out here in Atlanta, and you know I rode with the Bloods and the Crips out here,
right?
And so I ran into this young dude. He was 28. He just got out of jail. He did 8 years in jail. He was like one of the hitters. And when I met him, he was acting mad tough, more young black dude, tatted up. I'll kill. I'm like, nigga, I don't doubt that, nigga. But I was like, I'm old enough to be your dad. And I ain't punk him, but I was talking tough to him. Me and him got cool, and then he got killed like 3 weeks later. But he respected me. He was buying me drinks, like we was vibing.
Seriously,
it wasn't on no. I didn't come at him disrespectful, but I was letting him know, like, yo, I respect everything you saying, nigga, but I'm not here for that.
But
like,
but
you know,
and see, because you know what you did to him, you showed how you loved yourself, number one. And then you showed how he needs to, and you showed him the love of loving yourself, like you should love yourself too. Like that. That's the communication you did. White. That's all you got to do. Whatever he does after that, that's on him. That's his free will.
Right.
That's his free will. All you can say is, "Oh, yo, my man, be careful with your free will, man, because you can come hang with me and we can try to live forever." Oh, you don't want to live forever because you think that your free will's mixed with his free will, so y'all gonna be all right. Y'all be careful with that, man. I ain't trying to be. I've seen this movie before. So right. when Blanco's telling me about divine intervention, you know what I mean. Divine intervention is knowing that you're God. That's number one. God is speaking. I'm speaking to you right now through God. I am God. I am. He's in me. He's in everybody. He's in my enemies. He's in the people he's in the worst people that's walking on the earth. He's in everybody. You know what I mean? It's just what they use. So, and White, me and you come from communities where we loved people who did horrible things, but they still took care of us.
I will say this though: how can you not believe in God when you down on your luck and nobody can help you, but then out of nowhere your shit get resolved? Like you be like, damn, this shit came out of nowhere.
So like, what he said?
He said, "So the devil is
is the devil." So is the devil, respectively. Yeah, yeah. Because here's the deal with the devil: you gotta have balance. I appreciate all the devils who walked in my community that taught me devilish shit, because I wouldn't have been able to know how to walk through a community who didn't have devil.
Nigga, I danced with the devil.
You know what I mean? Like literally. So that's why I believe me. I believe there is a devil. Don't get it twisted. I believe the devil is the propaganda maker who's telling y'all to tell you everything is going the wrong way. I believe it's the devil telling you, yo, don't listen to Jamar. Go the other way.
More, you ain't out there because you don't. These people, these young kids is killing each other. Like it's been always like that, but they doing it for no fucking reason, you know. Like
but here's the deal. I God bless. I wish they didn't do it. But honestly, just like that dude you had at the bar, the more you show you love yourself is the only way they can follow. That's you using your free will. Now, if you want to turn around and be like, why are y'all doing that? No, this world is just, that's on you thinking that's your world. That's not your world. Your world is love. Your world is telling those kids it's the wrong way to go. They should be following you. Once you turn around, like I told my man at work was like, yeah, I'm going to scrap with him. I'm like, guess what? You're going to scrap me. Like, I'm going to slap that retarded nigga and start fighting him. I said, you'll be looking like two retarded niggas on the floor fighting.
Right.
If you don't walk away, or if you don't tell that nigga, I don't want to fight you, bro. I think you a great person. I think you're a dope human. I think that sounds corny, but it's real talk. Like, yo, check this out, bro. Put your hand up. Okay, put my hand up. God just did that. We are both walking universes.
Dude,
we're two of the dopest things in the world. And that's exactly what you did with that nigga at the bar. You said, yo, you know we two dopest people walking on this planet, right? And he had to think about that, like, oh shit, like, yeah, why the fuck? But he probably went right back to, but
no, I was with him that day he got killed, rest in peace. And I tried to save him too. But he was like, I'll fuck with you, OG, but your man, he ain't like, so I told my man, get out of here. I don't like you, get out of here. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? It's like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then another time I was in a club, I was with 3 females more, And it was this tall dude, and he was looking at me. You know, I had the chain on. I walked up to him. I'm like, yo, what's up? You know me. I ain't really trying to beef with him. I'm like, what's good? What? He's like, what's up, nigga? Stood up. I'm like, yo, man, I ain't trying to beef with you, nigga. I said, and he was like, I was like, yo, he had like 10 niggas with him.
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck, nigga? I'm old enough to be your dad. I was like, yo, I said, I bought all them niggas drinks, yo. Let me get y'all. And they would fuck with me. I was like, y'all niggas young. Go fuck with some bitches and stop looking at niggas. But I bought them drinks and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's how, and that's more. Does your God have a gender? All jokes aside, nah. That's one thing I leave God about. That's because, again, at the end of the day, God is our spiritual leader. And that's like us. And let me tell you why. That's us wanting to be too involved. Us being one involved with everybody free will, like your free will should be like mine. And then when I look up at God, make sure you're a man. Like, yo, dude, relax. It's your journey. Love yourself. If God is whatever and he's been taking care of you, then roll with him. If you find out your dad who took care of you since you was born to being older and paid for everything and gave you all this love, decided he wanted to change the gender, are you going to diss him?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna diss that nigga now.
Yeah, you wish you would.
No, but like I was like, but back to what y'all saying, like, yeah, like it goes down back to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like with people and shit, like with it's just I can't even explain it, yo. It's like it's just like
you're not worrying about you just you using the word people shows that you putting too much you're taking your energy off yourself. Because because me and you know personally, we keep having these conversations. Personally, we know how to control people if we
all right, but look, but back to what Frankie was saying. I disagree with Mo was saying we all God, but I think God puts something in us. Like you can either prevail or not, yo. Because I think that's the truth. Like all the situations I've been in, more I should have been knock on wood dead. Not just everybody probably, but in with the music industry, I feel like we could have did certain things. It could have went left, but it didn't go right anyway. If we'd have just took initiative and just went like, it probably went different.
But that's all butterfly effect talk though, right? You don't know where it would have went. I wish I was here earlier. I would have hit the link. No, we can put the link up. My bad, bro. We can put the link up right now.
Yeah, but nah,
that's a bite want to hang.
Yeah, we can chill a little longer, but yeah, the conversation is. That's why I want to talk more about this because, as Blanco, what we're talking about is like everything: God, family, relationships. Like I feel like I was talking to Joe Chopper earlier. I was like, "Yo, fucking." I feel like people fake more. Like, and I give so much to people, and I shouldn't expect to receive it back.
Nothing. Not a motherfucking thing, and that's our problem. That's what Frankie's talking about now. Like he's looking at his God, wonder what gender. He's looking at what he has free will on people with their own personalities, how they should act. No, you have one road. You just got to deal with them, and you got to believe in him. That's it. That's it. It's just believe and deal with. That's it. Because once you're outside of your human being aspect, you're dealing with personalities. You can't control all the personalities. You can't control the wars. You can't control the dead people. We couldn't control the crack era. I didn't sell one lick of drugs walking on the streets of South Jamaica, Queens during the crack era. Probably some weed. That's it.
Right.
But my whole thing was taking care of the niggas who was selling and trying to make sure that they, hey, don't get killed because I love you. Okay. You about to have a shootout tonight? That's not my free will. I'm going that way.
All right, so here's my thing, Mo. Back in the day, we always knew, he's going to shoot. And your crew, he was a shooter. Now everybody's a shooter and a killer. That's what I'm saying. Who the fuck is the sensible dude? There's not too many sensible dudes in crews.
But see, again, it goes back to me. All I had to do was learn how to protect myself. That's it. The best thing that these people showed me on fighting each other was, oh shit, I need to learn how to make sure I have a gun or I know how to protect myself fighting. That's it. Because no matter how much I don't want them doing it, the shit can get closer to me and then I got to protect my boundary. It was kind of like when you got the fight at Red Train, and I came in as the peacemaker, but you had to punch this dude because he got close to your boundary. Well, you don't punch dude. Yeah. No, what I'm saying is he hit you first, but still you had to protect yourself. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna say I love him, but I'm gonna say is, hey, you know, you're a human being. I don't know what made you want to come to our crew and do that, but we had to use our boundary protection.
What y'all don't know is like I was mad cool with everybody, so they actually woke me out. The owner and the bouncers that we was fighting with because they knew me. You know what I'm saying? They was like, oh yeah, but that's they do. They was like, but they, yeah. I was like,
but again, you know what came out of you? God came out of you. God came out of you. This is where I believe God comes. This is why I know we're moving in the right direction, because all my good people from the back era raised. We always prevail. It may be an ugly prevail, but we always prevail. We may lose a lot of good people that was like, damn, why you're not dead? And my dude who was being good is dead. Like we see that, but it's that type of war that you go through. It's that me walking the streets to stay alive, watching the people not surviving next to me. But if I go, damn, all these journeys are messed up, I'm jumping into the journey then. Then I'm jumping into the journeys. I'm jumping into everybody's journey. That's not my business. I hate to be like that, but it's just not my business to really. If it's kind of like your cousin told me this. She tells me this all the time. Like when we start arguing, whatever, and I'll be like, "Yo, well, I do it like this." She was like, "Yo, check this out. Just be the example. That's it. Just if this is what you do, be the example." Don't tell everybody my examples or you need to be doing this or why are y'all just, yo, if we're all out there fighting and I'm the only one walking away and it's like, yo, we killing each other. Damn, Jamal made it all the way across the street. Soon everybody's like, okay, how's he getting across the street and we're killing each other? Oh, because we're worrying about each other. He's just worrying about himself. So what happens is all the people who's worrying about themselves it's not selfishness, but a great energy comes around of, yeah, this is pretty much how we do it to appreciate God that we were able to walk across the street.
Yeah, now, Blanco, how you feel about it, Blanco?
Yo, first and foremost, salute
to you. Thank you. Hold on, Blanco. I gotta thank you because you're one of the ones that always come on and give us love, man. So let me salute you first, bro. Like you always come through, you hang out with us. You know, me and White be sitting here kicking it and shit, and I never get the chance to talk to you personally, verbally, and this is a blessing. So I appreciate that, bro.
Realize. You know what I mean? I be with White on I talk. I've been around. I just shooting it out. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Grown man talks. You know,
right.
And y'all got the same lingo. We talk the same jargon. You know what I mean? We talk like work. As long as it's working, we building and not destroying, there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? It resonates. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to say this, right? And I could be wrong, and I always leave space for me to be corrected, right? And you know, when you talk about God, right, and in these days, in this time, these kids have been desensitized, right? TikTok, social media has them thinking that there's more than one God. They believe in you know, the whole God story's fake. They believe in the Jesus story, you know, and a lot of people do. You know, Jesus is made up. It's a typology. It comes back from Mithra and Krishna, and the whole religion was set up from Julius Caesar being the Messiah. You know what I mean? And Augustus Caesar being the anointed one, and you know, and Pontius Pilate. You know, like all those stories, right? All come from a man-made thing, right or wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So at the end of the day, I could take the Bible and say it's a basic instructions before leaving Earth, right? That's what Wu-Tang taught us, B-I-B-L-E, right? Or there's people that really take this shit literal. And when you take it literal, it becomes detrimental, I feel, in my opinion, to your spirituality. Because, right, mentally and physically, you might be sound, right? But there's chess on 3 levels, right? You could be a pawn at work, but you a king at home. You feel me? So when you playing these games in these fields and you online and you talk, not even you, Mar, because you talking good shit. Like, you brought me up here, so you were speaking truth. And when you spitting this rhetoric, right, you got to make sure that you're on your square, right? Because there's always those Gnostics, right? There's always the atheists. There's always the Scientologists that could say one thing and have you, stutter for a second and make you look like everything your foundation crumbles, basically, right? That's why I leave space for me to be corrected all the time. But the reason why I say we're in a deaf culture, right? Because these kids now, they changed the language. There's no more communication, right? This is one reason. Vietnam, They took the fathers, set them in war. They had the mothers raising kids alone in the streets, right? They brought them back from Vietnam. They put crack in the streets and broke up the family from inside within, right? No more kitchen, no more tables, no more living rooms. Now and then to triple it, they put social media out with these fucking smartphones, right? So basically, they put dumb people with smartphones now. So now nobody's being social. It's a generation of antisocial, misled, fatherless, right? All motherless, because you got these mothers now that are going to be on OnlyFans when they're grandmothers, and their kids, their grandchildren are going to be seeing it, right? The civilization is backwards, right? Whereas where you getting too much privilege now, and you starting to show that you can't control it, right? It's like someone being fed with all the shit. It's like all the shit that they don't, all your wants instead of your needs. You get it?
Right.
So everybody's priorities is all fucked up. They're thinking they're good because they got a nice form with the 20s. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, they send in the projects, you know what I mean, with an $80,000 car parked in front of it. That's not logical. That's not priorities. You know what I'm saying? Where you're making these young kids aspire to that, where you're making them feel like, I'd rather have a chain and a whip, like the slaves. You know what I mean? That type of, you know, the mentality, instead of being out there. And because my whole thing was, I got out the city at 2001, right? Left New York instantly. And then I was wise enough, I'm gonna say small, wise enough to be able to bring my mom, my brothers out here as much as I can, because I've already seen that was becoming Gotham, right? That was that was becoming one of the smart cities fast. They was doing everything over there from China. Whatever you see in China, the smart social status and all that, New York is on it already. Trust me, they're gonna be recording, they're giving niggas tickets for jaywalking. You can't get credit, you can't get an apartment because your dog shit on somebody's lawn 2 years ago. You know what I mean? That type of shit. Like, but I just say the kids right now don't have the same language. They're using emojis to talk to each other. They say I'm dead when they really mean I'm happy or I'm laughing. You see what I mean? They're topsy-turvy and everything. So what was wrong or was not sound for us is becoming justified now, and we're in a paradigm shift. So what happens is, if we don't go along with it, we become irrelevant and fade out through time, right? We fade to black.
Right.
So a lot of us are still in our, like, even you, Mahal, you don't have to say age, around from, you're probably 50 years old, right? I'm just guessing.
Exactly.
You still dressed like when you was 25, right or wrong?
Nah, I come from the daylight. I come from the daylight soul era, so I was just
all right. Yeah, you was on your car canal and FUBU shit. Right? I got
I was
you.
on my X-Clan onks and all.
Right. Yeah. That shooting with the Kango, all right.
Yeah. I was in the.
But you understand what I mean, though. You understand what I'm getting at, right?
El Segundo way. Yeah. I knew
at 35, you was dressed the same way, right or wrong. You know what I mean? I was the same way.
You're right.
So we hold on to this. You know, we keep this thing with us because this is our prime. I don't want to talk too much. I apologize, but yeah.
No. I want you to talk.
These kids don't have that. You got these kids now in Chicago, right? They don't even have Snickers, but they got modified pistols with switches on them.
Right.
They got beans. 13 years old in gym class with a whole book bag full of guns, but they can't even, you know what I mean? They can't even read a book.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the future, though. You understand me? So the war was already won, right? Because we're sitting here talking about it. We're spending all this is right to do, pump the fist in the air type shit, right? We could do that, right? But we're 50. About to be, you know, we're almost half a century, bro.
Right.
Keep it real. The kids that are doing these shits now, remember, it grows younger, right? When we was 13, 12, we probably was learning how to talk to a chick, whatever. These kids 13 and 12 are learning how to load guns and take them apart.
Right.
You see what I mean? We was playing cops and robbers with our fingers in the hallway. These kids are playing, you know what I mean? They playing really spin the block on the op shit at fucking 12. You feel me? You see it every day. So the civil and man has been resetted many times. That's another thing I want to say. The catastrophic events through humanity has been proven. The floods, the great floods, and even in the Bible with the brimstone and fire. I don't feel it's going to be literal, but I feel like a big change has to come, and there's going to be a certain patch of us that can be able to borrow ourselves on the ground, or learn how to use the AI implemented to make it work on the water for us to create oxygen and whatever it is. You know what I mean? But we're gonna have to. It's going to be reset because I feel we're a bad bunch, bro. I feel we were conditioned in that way. God loves us. God loves us.
No, so I totally agree how you feel, my dude. I grew up with that in my community. I totally grew up with that from looking at my elders and OGs from the 70s who was trying to figure it out on the civil end, trying to get through whatever. But here's my point to you, though. All right, all that you just told me, right? All that, how you feel.
That shit was a lot, right? My fault.
No. I wanted you to get off that chest because I want you to really talk to me and tell me everything, how you feel, what you
like
see.
building it.
And I like that. Okay, so with that, all you just said to me, let's take all those out the equation take those kids. You worrying about the guns out the equation. Let's take the nostalgia of what you used to do out the equation. All right. I think it's fucking with your focus on being a king. Because at the end of the day, no matter all the shit you see, you have to take care of all that shit. But once you think it get into their brains, it takes you out of you being king. Now, what I mean by that is, if I look back, I'm taking the burden. But if I look forward, God is like, yo, come over here. I want you to build this. I want you. They will follow. I don't care. The fucked up will fall off, just like you did with your family. If you see happier lands going forward, all that shit you just talk about will fall to deaf ears. If you worry about that shit and you keep my man at work, and we're not working together. He's not with me anymore. We don't have the account, but I was stuck with this. Had this dude up under me. I wanted to freaking fire under my personnel since day one, but we lost the account, and I ended up having to bond with him before he left because my leadership wouldn't get him out my fucking way. But anyway, I'm stuck with you. I'm a rock with you. It's like being stuck in a cell. After a while, we can't keep kicking each other. You know what I mean? Like, what we got to figure this shit out. So he wanted to start a ministry. And he came to me with, he knew every scripture in the Bible, every pastor or whatever. Dude, he's half white, he's half black, and he was just telling me. But he also was mad at the world. So I'm like, yo, my dude, okay, how are you going to be mad at the world and then try to tell the world to do right? You can't lead with what they're doing. You have to lead with your love. So what you have to do is fall in love with the future and dead the past every day. Every day. If you don't see, like you said, you brought your parents over here. Yo, you know what? I'm gonna get out of New York. That shit is dope over there. I gotta get to a safe place. All right, I'm gonna go to the safe place. I promise you, if you put your emphasis at all that shit you just said to me and like, you know what, God, thank you for getting me to the safe place. I'm putting my emphasis in here because I want to magnify something even further. I want you to give me some more shit, God. I want some more of this shit because this shit feels good. Instead of turning around and saying, what's all this shit? Yo, what are y'all doing? This shit's making me feel bad. Fuck that.
Well, more, it's not like he's not doing that. It's not like we not doing that, but the world around us. The world around us.
Don't make the world your burden. The world is going to follow you regardless of the fact. No matter what Jay-Z went through, we want to be a billionaire. He's happier on that side. That's why I don't fuck with the government. Because the government is about 1% on one side saying, oh, we happy over here. I need y'all to feel burdens. I need y'all to bump heads. Oh, yeah, care about each other, kill each other. Because we're good over here because we got a taste of moving forward. Let y'all niggas go ahead and kill each other and worry about each other all you want. I'm moving my family forward.
All right, let me ask you a question. So, being that we in Atlanta and robbing these young kids be jacking people like at the gas stations and just and if somebody did that, I'm gonna try to kill him,
bro. Again,
but
again, real quick, Frank. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm sorry to like ignore. I may be sounding as fucked up a person.
Hell no, keep it.
But soon as you come at me about somebody else's issue, that shit falls flat with me. Yeah, all I can do is pray. All I can do is pray for them. All I can do is pray for them and say, okay, all I can do is I've been married for 27 years. And I'm not throwing this in people's face, and White know this personally, and never cheated on my wife. You know how hard that shit is? You know how hard that shit is in the industry I was in. I've been
with my wife 21 years and I'm not married. Feel like that.
But what I'm saying is,
I know what you're going. I can imagine.
But if I had to keep thinking or keep getting on my niggas who was cheating on their wives, like, why are y'all doing that? Why are y'all doing that? I won't be able to focus on how I'm treating my wife right. And I'm loving it. But because guess what? At the end of the day, all my niggas who was cheating is like, yo, Ma, man, at the end of the day of, yo, you must be gay, nigga, something wrong with you, or Ma, I don't know how you do it. It turns into, yo, how do you do that shit? Like, we're following you later.
So, Ma, real quick, I don't want to cut your wisdom off, but right. So what you're saying is that once you get into a positive space and you move forward, you don't look back, is what you're basically trying to say. So hold on, right? This is the thing, right? The children are the future, right? You leave it, you could bring your kids with you, right? You could bring a couple of your immediate family with you, right? but you got nephews, you got cousins, you got poverty and everywhere they're around, right? You got to understand, like, sometimes, like, your mission might be more for you to sacrifice. So you understand me? Some people listen, some people are martyrs to God. Am I right or wrong? Some people are willing to put their self on the line for others to succeed or to make it or to better themselves, right or wrong?
Yes.
Have we not seen it? So you know what I mean? Some people's missions are set different. I can understand you have the passion. I hear it in you. You're a great speaker. But what I'm saying is that some people don't have the same affection for God, haven't felt God yet like how you felt him. You understand me? They haven't seen God yet. They haven't felt a hug from God when they were alone in their time soul searching. You understand me? There's people that still don't believe in God. Understand me? 60 years old, 50 years old, don't know what to believe no more, especially now with TikTok and all this shit. Social media got them really divided, bro. Like I'm saying, you come home and you're a pawn. You know what I mean? You go to work, you're a rook. Like you don't really know what life is about yet. When you get to me personally, if you get to enjoy your God-given rights, that's it. That's what life is about.
It's a wrap.
Right.
That's it. You don't got to be rich. You don't got to be poor. You got to be happy and in love, right? Love is the main thing. Love is the highest elevation of
joy. Like, and I don't mean to cut you off, Frank, but you're hitting the point though. It's not love. It's not happiness. All that shit comes and goes. That's the problem we have in turning around looking at our kids. Like, I love all of y'all. I want y'all to be happy. Yo, this is how I'm happy. Hey, you treating your happiness wrong. Hey, why that going? But once you have that internal joy, like I tell my wife, I don't care what the fuck we go through. Make sure you tell God that this shit was dope. I don't care what the fuck is. I'm not dying with those people. I'm not dying with money. I'm dying with my immediate circle. So White is in my immediate circle. My wife is in my immediate circle. So me to become a better man, I have to take that to them to explain to the world. Because if I just try to throw, and like I told you, if you looked at us from the beginning, I am trying to go out and speak to more people to say, hey, worry about self more. Put that journal, all that shit that people know, everything you've been through, you're going to try to walk multiple journeys that's not yours. And as much as the kids, I'm into the kids, I'm into the growth and all that. But God already proven with all the people that died in my life, nigga, you gonna keep moving. Yeah. And I want you to keep moving, not worrying about that everybody's dying. I need you to keep moving and show everybody that, yo, I'm evolving this earth from dirt to caves to
but look, real quick,
the kingdoms that went wrong.
Well, I get that, but I feel like this. I believe in God, but I believe in evil, and I feel like if there's good, it's evil. And I feel like evil's definitely winning right now.
I feel like we made in God's image. If we made it, created His image, right, and God was the devil was God's right hand man, right? All I feel, and if it's not all literal, it could be allegoric. I feel like that God would have an alter personality. He would have an opposite of him because it has to be as above, so below, as within, so without, as everything else in the world, right? In the universe, right or wrong, right? Yeah. From the micro to the macro. Yeah, that's the way it was designed.
That's right? Balance. Yeah.
So exactly, it's duality. So there has to be a counterpart to God if there is a God. You understand me? There would have to be him understanding wrong to know what right is, right? For us to, I know, Ma, I see the face, Ma. I'm gonna slow down.
Because you saw what you kind of proving my point. Because guess what? The community that I grew up with made me the man I am on right and wrong. The people who's doing right and wrong right outside my neighborhood and the kids who's doing it, they're still teaching me right and wrong. You see what I mean? So I'm looking at the devil's work and I'm praying for them to follow me to let them know, like, yo, if y'all come out that right and wrong, you know, God is giving cell phones to homeless people. We're going in the right direction.
That sounds crazy, though, Ma. I ain't gonna hold you. That's what you said. Cell phones to homeless people.
I grew up where homeless people were in cardboard. Couldn't even get cardboards in Manhattan. Now them niggas got tents. Like, take the stop
phones.
I'm looking at all their homeless, Ma. At 100% of them. You don't feel like at least 35%, 45% choose that
here's the deal.
They free will put them on that path, bro.
Now check this out though. I don't put my energy in that homeless person. I put my energy like, who created that fucking phone? You know what I mean? That's the difference. My difference is the positivity. Now, as far as that homeless person because that homeless person could have wanted to just stay homeless. That thug could just want to stay thug.
What is a smartphone? What is a smartphone worth if you give it to a dumb person? that does not operate.
No. Forget the person. The phone.
Right, the phone, right? But who operates the phone?
Who made the phone?
Okay, I see where you go.
See, we don't look at we keep looking at. I want to know who did the invention for us to evolve.
Okay,
not who put the invention in somebody's
like the
hands.
wheel, like the
wheel. What are we gonna do with this shit? Like, I don't need this shit. Like, yo, what are you throwing away? That's like throwing, like, why you just throw that away? Somebody put their heart and soul to say we can move on.
Well, you know what's crazy? I'm just gonna fill your point in, right? And it's crazy you said that because it hit me right when you said it. That is exactly the power of manifestation, where if you think of it, it becomes tangible, right? Because everything in front of us is physical. The laptop, the table, the chairs had to be a thought before it was physical.
Nigga, you moving your family out the old neighborhood is manifestation, bro.
All right. I'm gonna shut up, Mar. You got me. Yo, like, I can't fuck with Mar. Mar's on his shit right now. Mar his shit.
Because what I discovered a couple of months ago, that's my 3 element. I'm tired of trying to figure out everything. It's universe, planets, and us. You know, I said to myself on a walk today, keep your head up high and let you know God is looking at you, but also look down and appreciate your walk on the surface he gave you. We keep worrying about everything else around us. Yo, why that car looking at me? Oh, man. Like, why they playing that music? Or why this cop looking at me a certain... Just look at the ground and look at the sky and be like, yo, God, this shit is dope.
Like you said, even that cop looking at you is teaching you a lesson.
It's bringing you
right out of the wrong.
It's bringing you into his situation. Just like those kids. You brought your family out. I moved from out of New York into Atlanta, moved into black neighborhoods, and my wife was just like, yeah, that's nice, but we come from that type of community. So here's another community that I'd rather live in because we already came from that community. So when I lived around the suburbs and I lived around these white people who don't come from the same culture I come from, and I went beyond their culture and just loved them as a human being, because at the end of the day, it ended on how we love each other, not what we think about each other.
Is it love or is it an inner joy? Because you told me love is different, because love could be manipulated.
No, it's love, it's happiness. No, I'm just talking about, because that's all our currency. Our money is love. Our money
attention.
is
attention. Yeah. We're in the attention economy.
Yo.
Yes.
One of my
everything is about views and watching and being heard and seen. So right now, people are getting paid, monetized by being heard and seen. You know,
one of the things I preach, bro, is communication is your currency, not money.
Vocabulary is rich.
Communication is your currency. So what I mean by that is, if I was selling drugs, I would sell it to a racist and a nigga from around my way. If I was a drug dealer, I wouldn't care about my personality.
The hustle don't discriminate.
It's the communication. So when I move to a suburb and I'm bumping into racists, it's my communication to say, yo, all right, you spend your money and have your free will that way. But guess what? My love, if your kid run in my house, I'm taking care of your kid. What happens if my kid run in your house? Oh, it's not that type of love? Okay, then my kid can't go over there. I set boundaries. That's it. And I let them be racist. And guess what?
It's kind of like me dropping out in 9th grade and now I'm working in corporate America.
I'm saying after a while, it's your communication is your currency, because you didn't worry about being in corporate America because you was like, yo, why you don't let her, I can't go into corporate America because I'm a dropout at 9th grade. I come from the Bronx and all my niggas, I'm going, I'm too hood. No, white man, you talk about this every show. We chill with CEOs who have different lives from us. Now, do I get in his life and be like, yo, you a fucking weirdo? No, that's not my fucking, that's you. Now I set my boundary on where you come into me, like we and White just said earlier. Yes, I set myself up to learn how to fight. I'm not naive to know how to protect myself or protect my family, but at the same time, I'm gonna let you live. Just like I was at a table when, and I don't mean to, no, I do mean to get political. I'm about to say I don't mean to get political, but when the Trump administration came and I was in the suburbs and my new culture. My kids are being raised with their kids. And when Trump came in, it opened up the light of their culture on how they are. And it ended up being different. The racism started coming out. So I'm sitting at a table and they all wanted to like, yo, Jamal, you with the Trump shit? Because we all been together for 10 years. So it's like, you down with the shit, right? And I was like, nah. And they were like, why not, Jamal? Because you know why? my love and happiness on how I was with my wife and how I'm raising my kids was the same love and happiness as them. It was just like being in the hood. We didn't care who father was a kingpin or a killer. It was how do we take care of the kids and make sure everybody's okay.
Well, you know what's my answer to that? They used to ask me, I'm like, I'm not in that tax bracket yet, so I can't be with Trump.
No, but no, what I told them was, I was like, I'm from where the guy that you're talking about. And I kind of know where this story ends up because I used to look up the community I had. We looked up to people because of what they had, and we gave them control of our community, and we didn't know who was the OGs and wasn't because we were so involved in looking for a king or a kingpin because they had the nice car, they sold the most, they made the most money in the neighborhood. So we kind of like, we blocked God out for it. I'm not doing that. I'm like, yo, y'all be easy with him because he reminds me of a kingpin I used to be with around the way, and that shit went left. Because once you become tribal, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? Once you tattoo Supreme Team on your arm, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? Like you're in it. Once you tattoo New York on your arm, you're in it. It's a wrap. You're tribal. And I was saying that this dude speaks tribal. He speaks like the kingpin's like, yo, like a kingpin's like, yo, this is how the block is being ran today. That nigga's dying. That nigga's going, yo, and pull up. And everybody's like, yo, this nigga's just hard. Like, oh, man, I want to fuck with this nigga. And I'm like, that shit didn't end up nowhere because that nigga wasn't showing no compassion and no love. Meanwhile, my OGs who was showing compassion, like, I'm not even telling you I'm a drug dealer because I don't want you to be a drug dealer. Those are the niggas I followed. You know what I mean? And they ended up dead because the hard niggas was just like, yo, we gotta kill these niggas. Too much compassion. They too positive. Like, they started going. So what I told my suburban like neighbors, like, yo, be careful. Just be careful. I saw this nigga shit on black people. I was in Central Park when this nigga put out a full page ad on niggas for a rape case. Like, I be careful. But I still let their kids run through my house. I still let my kids grow up with them because I knew my boundary of love. I know my boundary of happiness. I know my I knew how to control, because when I started losing people and God kept me here, I had to start appreciating more. Like, yo, you know what? God got me here for a reason. Let me enjoy the rest of this party. Like, I may have people at this party that I don't like, I don't want to be around. You know what? God is like, then go to another party, nigga. Like, fuck it. I gave you a whole planet, nigga. Like, bounce. Get your shit together and bounce. You don't want to be in New York? Bounce. You don't want to be in Atlanta no more? Nigga, bounce. I gave you a whole world. My man Neil's been in Africa for 10 years now trying to sell me on Africa. Nigga, I don't want to bounce yet. But I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. You know what I mean? Like, a whole planet. And we be tripping on one area and people in the area who got to get their shit together.
Hey, Mark, quick question.
Yeah.
Would you agree to say that back then it took a community to raise a child, or took a village to raise a child? It took a village to raise a child, right? So that right there is not what's going on right now, right or wrong? Can you say that? Can you agree to that?
No, it is. No, it is.
You think so? You think the kids? You don't think the kids is calling the snitches and
No,
okay.
I think that just like my neighborhood, there was more people like me that didn't sell drugs, but the projected ones was my killers. There's more kids in that neighborhood that don't do what they do, but the shit on TV is the neighborhood's fucked up. No, it's not. And it's a whole state. It's not just a city. You know what I mean?
So I gotta take you back to the hood. You ain't been in the hood in a minute, other than Queen. You know what I'm saying? But
dude, still
go back to the hood. At our age is different because these young people they really look at us like old motherfuckers.
Yeah, they do, white. But again, I think
these young people don't care about life. It's like I told you back in the day, we had one person and we knew, oh, he's a killer. Yeah. Now all these niggas is killers. I'm like, for what? Why? How did y'all get like this?
Dude, my problem is, me and you have this discussion all the time. You're living off nostalgia. Let that nostalgia shit go. Times have changed.
Yeah, but now, Grant, knock on wood, my son is not around that. So
exactly.
But he could be in the situation where he's not understanding it.
He could be. But he could be. Nigga, you could still be in the Bronx. But what happened was, when you, guess what? When your aunt and uncle was the only ones moving to racist ass Georgia, and everybody was saying, "Yo, you out your mind." 10 years later, what happened, White? What
Everybody
happened?
moved. Everybody moved.
No, because they were the first ones to say, "Hey, this positivity, y'all saying is negative, but this shit looks good over here."
Georgia changed all. Chapo it changed all our lives, yo.
It changed lives. When you moving positive, the shit changed lives. And God bless your aunt and uncle, my in-laws, who's like my fucking parents, bro. Is still alive today in a nice crib out in the more white area, chilling at over 75 years old. And we all bitching about back in the day and why these kids today are not like back in the They didn't worry. All they worried about was their family. Hey, y'all need to come this way. And even with their family, like, nigga, if you don't want to come.
I mean, we did change the trajectory of our family. Like, our kids is never like, all your 3 kids is God bless. They all in college. Like, all his kids went to they in college, yo.
But it's not just me. But it's like Blanco said earlier, though. But it's not just, but see, here's the deal. It's like people who always want to pat me on the back for my marriage. Every marriage is different. Every kid is different. Every walk is different. That's why I do like the Bible. I read the Bible. I believe in God. But that person who wrote the Bible, that person who gave me information growing up, even that OG who I adored, who mentored me, had to walk their own walk.
I just feel like you got to step outside and cheat and for your marriage to like grow.
Shut the fuck up.
you tried. And he married to my cousin.
You funny. You're a foul nigga. You try to get that nigga locked up.
He's so stupid.
Keep your shit up.
But it's hard. But this shit is hard.
Yeah. Hey, yo, I got a question.
Yo.
Go ahead,
yo.
No,
I was saying. Go ahead. I talk too much. Go ahead.
Yeah, you don't talk enough. You talking good. It's good. I mean, you're building and you're getting off your chest. That's a good thing. So I make beats, right? I'm white. Know I make beats, right? I just released the beat. I don't got no intentions of trying to be like, but I really want the beat that I made is so pertaining to this conversation, yo. And if I could share my screen, it's mine though. It's all original, white. It's only but bro. If you listen to it, you're gonna say everything that we're talking about right now in this whole conversation. Everything that Mar was saying is exactly this shit, and it's gonna. I just hold on. I just put it up if you can.
All right, I see it. I can play it.
Yeah, if you can, it's real quick. It's a beat.
In that famous slogan, each one, teach one, really doing our best to be effective in the lives of our children. Only God can save our souls.
Yo, Bronco.
Yo,
why don't you speak stuff for more, yo?
Hold on. The best part is coming up in like 20 seconds. I got you right now. This is the part that means so much. I'm always talking about coming right now. I sampled it. I just put it in there real quick. So what happened was I uploaded it, right? But I got a Farrakhan on a sample in the middle of that beat, and he's talking about who taught you to hate your race, who taught you to hate your race, who taught you to hate your nose, your face, bro. It goes in on that. And I'm bugging out because I did like 5 different takes on downloading it to upload it, and I ended up sending the wrong one on the wrong video, so I probably gotta go back. But Yeah,
that's crazy. That and we talking about that right now. That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit. Yo, I put the email on there. You need to send me that motherfucking beat, bro.
You can go on my page. I got a bunch of them, man. I
Just
got.
Send it to more places.
You see, hot beats,
placements.
hot beats only, man. Yeah. Big shout out to Mike Jackson, man. He still works with Sony ATV, man. I sell beats here and there. I make a little bit of.
Last one more.
Yeah.
You're gonna know about it. White, just hit this one real quick.
All right,
you're gonna like this. I got Eric B. Rakim on the cover.
You know, you got this fantasy in your head about getting out of the life and setting that other world on its head. What the fuck are you gonna do except hustle?
Oh shit!
This shit is dope, yo. This shit is...
Yo.
What the fuck are you gonna do except hustle?
Yo, man. I already know people that can spit on this shit, man.
Yeah, send me that, yo. Send me that. I left my email, bro. Send me some beats, bro. Yeah, flood that right there, bro. And that's. I mean, I don't promise anything, but shoot, I throw it out there and see what sticks.
Yeah, that shit. That
I
shit
throw it out
dope.
there and see what sticks for real.
I be doing it I do it for the passion. I've been doing music for a long time. This is my last one. I'm gonna jump down, but you're gonna remember this video. This
yo, Blanco, you need to spit something for him too.
Oh, I got you. I'm gonna hit him with a quick 16. I just want to hit his last one because y'all gonna know exactly what it is when it plays. Last one, I promise.
Play right now. All right.
I learned how to drive, I learned how to shave, I learned how to fight without him. I had 14 great birthdays without him. He never even sent me a damn card.
That Fresh Prince shit, yeah, that's dope.
Let's get it.
Over this shit, man. That beginning is crazy.
I'm gonna let you take the next step off. Coming up.
Hey, yo, Frank, you know you can spit over this. I can hear you, bro.
Yeah, but it might come. The latency might be off.
Oh, okay.
I need him then, and I don't need him now.
This shit is hot.
You know what, Uncle Phil? I'm gonna get through college without him.
This shit is dope, yo.
I'm marrying a beautiful honey, and I'm having a whole bunch of kids. I'll be a better father than he ever was. And I sure as hell don't need him for that, because ain't a damn thing he can ever teach me about how to love my kids.
Yo, more, this that Fresh Prince shit, yo.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm pretty familiar with that.
That's dope. That's dope.
That shit is dope.
I should not appreciate it, my brothers. I appreciate it. I said, yo.
Damn, I like that, nigga. All right.
I'm gonna just have some old shit because I kind of trying to change my ways from spinning that gangster gritty shit and trying to be more knowledgeable. But what I say, my kids listen. I say, yo, secret societies, corrupt politicians manipulate the market. Stop, look, and listen. Pay attention when you talk about this business. Classify shit, you could end up on a hit list. MK Ultra, JFK witness, 9/11 changed the world. Then this shit is different. Patriot Act telling me that it's a fact. Since the city was attacked, FEMA camps all on the map. Preparation for devastation, mass elimination. American Holocaust is history in the making. So why all the trickery and lie? They've been spying in disguise since the eye in the sky. Please. Someone tell me that I'm crazy, but why the fuck you think they medicating all our babies to raise a generation of blind, dumb, and lazy, destroying our future? Satellites, computers. I said, yo,
he got bars more.
I got you right here. I'm gonna get on my biblical. I said, snake's tongue It's sharper than shinobi blades. The words pierce the hearts like scriptures from the golden age. Thoughts that I conspire, defy space and fracture time. Classified, man on the moon, please, NASA lied. Call me a mastermind, the way I mastered mine. Power to see my future and still go back in time. Astral project, sit back and reflect about the times I wasn't trapped in this flesh. I never asked for tests. Yes, God bless, only the strong survive. Certified, bona fide. Fact says we born to die. Glorified, immortalized. The hero in my daughter's eyes. Anti everything. I don't like to socialize. All I see is death, like looking through a vulture's eyes. No surprise, most of them guys feminine and moisturized. All I see is death, like looking through a vulture's eyes. No surprise, most of them guys feminine and moisturized.
Yeah. You know, and more fuck with the spiritual rap with
that's my shit.
Yeah, all day. Yeah,
he put me, and them dudes is dope.
Oh yeah. Big shout out to Lecrae and all of them. Those are my guys. Yeah. I mess with all of them, man. Like that's I love all aspects, man.
This one I'm working on right now. White and already said every bar sharp hit the heart like a javelin. Truthfully, you froze like a mannequin. Brainwaves damaging. The poison in my pen pages rattling. Voices in my head every night, they straight battling. God of the devil, levels to instrumentals. The pain between my temple explains why I'm so special, a different breed. Yeah, I'm last of a dying kind. Feeling like Mike, if I could just rewind the time. Look at the man in the mirror, my vision got clearer. I keep my friends close, but my enemies nearer. OG school me, he taught me how to play chess. I said OG school me, he taught me how to play chess. He said feed the pawns and always keep your rooks fresh. Queen by your side, knight and bishop do the rest. 64 squares on the board and every step's a test. So I apply mine. I live my life on a fine line. The purest things, no quiet 9 snakes in the grass. So I never turn to blind thigh. Bitches have you drinking poison, telling you it's fine wine. Knowledge of self, divine individual. Heart of an angel with the mind of a criminal. Wisdom's what goes between lines and subliminals. And understanding what defines emotions with visuals. One man army, art of war, Sun Tzu. 48 laws of power. I'm righteous and I'm humble. Third eye open and I'm conscious in the jungle. Snakes and chameleons trying to slide up in my circle.
Hey, my dude.
Let's get it.
Yo, Mo, you know, I fuck with Blanco hard. You know, he's from New Yiddy, but you know, he married to a his girl is Cambodian. So he know
wow.
You know everything that I go through with the Cambodian.
Everything.
Big shout out to my Cambodian family. Ren, what up, Ren? Ren and the whole family. I love them. I love them, man.
If you get a chance more, when you get later on, when you go on my page and you can just scroll through, I had a whole section just Blanco beats.
That's what's up.
Too, that, I've been learning band lab, so I don't really got the studio like I did before. So I've been I'm doing my little nostalgic shit on the side,
bro. No, and that's what I love about it. And that was another page in my life was the hip hop page, and I had to, like I said, I was a De La Soul head, so I was like a true like New York, and even in New York, I was like, y'all don't know real hip hop. And when I was in New York, you know what I mean? So I was one of those.
God body shit. Yeah, God body
shit. So I was so into it. But when I got older, and I've learned that this shit is for everybody.
Yeah,
it's a whole nother different vibe. Yeah. Hip hop was like the first internet. Like you can go, you can go anywhere on it, and we all worrying about it being on one page, and it's like, nah, it got to go south.
But real quick, a lot of people in the family don't know. Like Moore gets a lot of beats placement. People get deals because he sell people beats. That's one of his hustles, Blanco. It is.
Nah, I appreciate it. But me, this, I don't go looking for shit that I'm not ready for. You know what I mean?
No, it's about it's the bottom line.
I got an autistic son right now, so even everything after like trying to get deals or I just do this shit because it's my passion, and I like people. I feel like I went platinum when people hit the comments and put fire, that shit is platinum to me. You know what I mean? In my world, because I told you I don't really go out trying to look for the outside.
I don't want you, I don't want to cut you off, but I'm not in the industry. I'm not in the industry like that. I don't look for anything. I'm a bottom line dude. I go hip hop. I just go send the beat and say, hey, how much you gonna pay him, and send you the money. That's it.
I guarantee.
I don't. If it blow up, let me tell you like this. I sold more beats that didn't blow up. I only placed. White give me really big props, but my only radio spin was I do from Jeezy. That's
Jeezy. You know who was on that song? Lil Wayne,
No, that's Duffel Bag Boys. That's the Duffel Bag. That's
Duffel Bag
Boys. It was Andre 3000 and Jay-Z.
No.
Was Jay-Z on it?
Yeah, Jay-Z, Andre 3000, and Jeezy and Drake.
That's big.
Yeah.
But just like you just said, my dreams weren't like. By the time that came out, I didn't give a fuck about it. I was just like, "Where's the check?" You know what I mean? Like I was so like amazed, like, yo, if my shit get out, oh, that's me. I've been doing that, nigga. I made the Rampage beat for and it got stolen from me. I made the Rampage beat for EPMD and LL Cool J.
The Slow Down Baby.
Slow down.
That
baby.
I made that, left it at a studio. I got $2,500 at 14, 15 years old.
That was it, yo. That's what he got, yo.
What was the BPM on that one? 120?
I don't remember, man. It was so long ago, yo.
Right. It's fast. I remember that beat. Yeah, it's fast.
That slow down, baby.
Now,
and let me tell you the backstory on that. So with me just being in the studio now, and granted, I know if Eric Sermon or anybody see this, they're gonna be like, I'm fucking lying, but I'm just trying to say I made the exact same beat before it came out, and I left it with a team that was kind of like close to their situation. And the engineer was like, yo, I can probably get you some money. So he tried to come to me with like $300, but my boy Neil wasn't living with me at the time. My mentor at the time, who's my best friend, he was just in Florida, and he was like, do not sell that beat for $300. But I was like, nigga, $300, and I'm up the block from the Coliseum, like I'm 15 years old.
Yeah.
He's like, just hold tight. Sure enough, I bargained my way out of that to where it was $2,500. I didn't tell Neil I took the $2,500, but they gave it to me. I ran with it. So a year, when I tell you like a year and a half later, now mind you, I was playing that beat in the parks and all that. I was the type that would play beats I would work at the music studio. Then I would go to the park and play my beats. God bless my man Saki. He used to come with me to the studio. I used to go back and play the beats. So people knew I had that beat from the park I was at.
Yeah.
2 years later, I'm listening to, I'm unwrapping the tape of EPMD's second album, like, oh shoot, I'm just for EPMD. Because I was an EPMD fan. All of a sudden I'm listening, I hear zoom.
Crazy.
Yo, real quick, yo, Moore, you kind of fucked this over too. Like when we with Barmacidal, we was in the studio in like a couple places in Queens, and then shout out to Wes Craven. Remember that beat we did, the song we did for my brother, when he passed away, me and Tiny did the song for him.
Yeah.
Yo, you know, all right, so then we was in the movie theater. And next thing you know, who had the exact beat? Wes did this shit in Atlanta, more.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucking Mobb Deep had it, and they rhyming about the same shit about their homies passing. And we was going crazy. We was in the movie theater watching M2 Deep, and we was like, yo, they got our shit.
Yep. That's just how it was working. So I early in the game, I desensitized myself of shit blowing up, or I'm in it for it to blow up. I was, after a while, especially after I started working in music publishing, I was just like, I don't give a fuck if this shit blow up or not. Can I give this money, get this money, get this money, and that's it? Because that beat went from, and mind you this, the beat went from Rampage, right? The album went platinum. The song, don't forget, the song had LL Cool J, who was Drake at the time, on the track. He was big as Drake. That was like a huge thing for EPMD having LL Cool J on that track. So that track went gold. The album went platinum, but that wasn't the kicker. There's a new little freaking Puerto Rican group that I thought was from fucking New York, but they were from California. And I'm hearing, so I just kill a man. And then I'm listening. I'm listening to the beat, and I'm like, these niggas are tight. Zoom. Zoom.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I said,
wow.
I was like, are you kidding me?
You could have been rich.
Yeah.
And that song went triple platinum.
You could have been like Premier right now. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Dude, I'm sitting there, and mind you, they can probably be like, yo, we grabbed the same samples you grabbed, but I know what I put in those beats. I know what records I went all the way to Jamaica Ave to get, and went through people's records to put. I know what horn you. Now all the other shit they put on in there, like, all the synth and all they put all of it, yeah, that's theirs. But when I hear that, vroom,
I swear to God, more like that's like the West beat did that beat for us. That nobody ever in history.
Nobody touched that beat.
And I'm like, how the fuck these and they rhyme about the same shit? I was like, these fucking Queens niggas.
Yep,
It turned out to be Mobb Deep, and they was Mobb Deep, one of the best groups ever. So I ain't mad at them.
But after a while, when I got into publishing, big shout out to my man Mike Jackson. He used to work for my magazine. He ended up being a big exec in publishing. And I've learned that by this time I got a family, so I just need the money. Fuck,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, you know, this White, I was waiting on checks for every 3 months and every quarters to get by.
Fuck with the artists, like fuck it, I'm gonna get you this money. I'm gonna do
so my job. No, Mike gave me two of my big assignments was party like a rock star, party like a rock, party like a rock star, party like a rock. They didn't pay their producer. So my man Mike,
I remember that.
Man, he was one of my man Mike's clients. My job was, so Mike won't look like the bad guy, was go out and harass them niggas until they get their money. Or I had to babysit the producer because the producer was getting mad. That was it. The dude who made Party Like a Rock Star.
What the fuck is that dude doing now?
I don't know what Pitt is doing. But anyway, fuck Pitt.
Yeah,
I was with Pitt. Pitt's broke. I used to have to remember. I started. So what I did was, Blanco, I was putting them around artists. So I was taking them to showcases and making them judge. Where everybody was like, "Yo, this is the dude who made Party Like a Rock Star beat." That was my job, to shine him up so he can calm down until my man Mike can get his checks together. Because he did have big checks. The shit was 5 times.
Yo, but then when he got his money, he stopped fucking with you.
He was gone. He was gone.
See, that's the
thing.
I slapped that nigga 18 times.
Soon as he got his money, he was gone. And I ended up getting him a settlement of getting $60,000 a month for 2 years. For 2 years straight, $60,000 a month. But as you know, again, I've lived and I learned. My next dude, M16, took care of me. He did Duffel Bag Boys, and he took care of me. Who's this hood stories popping up? White?
That's my shit. I was gonna say that's the last one. It's only a minute long. It's a freestyle.
I'm playing.
It's a classic beat too. Yeah.
I'm playing right now.
Crazy. They got me on the run, full body in the gun. I knew it was a setup, I was polying with sons. He was looking all nervous, acting all sketchy, confidential informant, and I even bet he was taped up with wires. Damn, that shit is crazy. Jakes was a supplier, he told me he need 80. Met him at a hotel, out of town, not far. Surveilled the area, never seen a cop car. By far, them niggas rocked me to sleep. I put my guards down, cause I thought shit was sweet. Fly little Spanish chick sitting in the seat. So Poppy come around, meet me on the back streets. He popped the trunk, goddamn 100,000. I asked myself, how bad do I want it now? I said, fuck it, without the black busted. Dude hit the ground, but shorty couldn't duck, kid. Jumped in the whip, hit the pedal to the metal, asking God for forgiveness, but all I hear is the devil.
That's dope.
Yo, who you put that together?
That's dope.
Yeah, I did. I be doing my visual videos. Just
that shit is dope.
That shit is dope. That's dope.
Appreciate it.
Nah, man, and this is, and to go back to what we was talking about earlier, bro. More energy in your creativity. More energy into what you see that you have fun with. More energy on what fucks with your joy. More energy of what you put into you and your intimate circle with joy. If that shit is dope, you can manifest in your joy.
Yeah.
The nostalgia and what everybody else who's trying to find their joy or who's trying to get their shit together, once you turn around and mix that shit like I can't have my joy without they having their joy, right. It's going to slow you down.
You block your blessings.
Yo, Blanco, more had me playing Spades with Ludacris.
That's crazy.
You know, and then I remember one time I had a meeting and shit with one of Dr. Dre's like people. And I sold that nigga, and they flew Mo out to Cali, and Mo was chilling with Dr. Dre in the studio.
I actually was at the Beats Grammy party when they first announced that they bought Beats when Beats headphones was bought. The Jimmy Iovine party, and everybody performed from everybody performed for him that night. It's on what's the name? Eminem, everybody performed. I met all of them. I was sitting 3 chairs down
That's crazy.
Yo, my bros, God bless y'all. Good, yo, great conversation with y'all. Why you already know I see you and I tell you, Ma. Yo, we gonna build. We locked in, Ma. I fuck with you.
Hey, yo, we locked in, bro. Hey, Dwight want us to talk more about this stuff like this now from now on too. So we're gonna have a lot more conversations like this.
Good.
Next conversation, we got to talk about mental health.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
that's good. That's a good one.
And you know, more that shit is real.
Well,
in all of our lives,
just to let you know, right? There's a lot of stuff I told you I'm working on, and you guys are giving me so much energy on my speaking and all this other stuff that I'm doing outside of this. But I'm just going to bring it to the table on changing your algorithm, using shit we was talking about. I got another speech that I do, using your job as your investment, not seeing it as a job, seeing it as an investment. And then also just seeing life as an investment, just seeing your marriage as an investment.
Real quick, before we get out of here, I just like that Blanco came on and he challenged your thoughts, because Blanco, you speak some shit.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Blanco,
knowledge is useless if you don't apply it. So at least space I could challenge whatever I felt is my
always
to let me get my structures more solid. Ma was on his shit. I can't knock him. You know what I'm saying? When I do speak from the heart, because sometimes the pride and the ego of someone, of they proving their point, they lose track of what they're trying to get the message. You know what I mean? So you might have somebody thinking like you're more about egotistical than trying to say what your point is. You know what I mean? And they're like, oh look, he's so defensive, or so But Ma is very well spoken and he's very humble, and he's like me. I don't shut up when I'm in my zone. Like, you got to stop me. I go in.
Yeah, you say with me. My wife got shut me up all the time, but I just want to say this real quick. It's people like you that made me the way I am. It's the talk that you talk to me of, whether it's challenging or not, that molded me to yes, because you come from my core of OGs that used to talk to me just like that. So now my new thing is to come back to OGs and be like, come on, let's get the fuck up out of here. Thank you for teaching me. We got some shit to do. We got some work to do. And it's not always taken care of. You know what I mean? And you just showing me more work and more work and more work, and I love it. For real.
Anyway,
I appreciate it.
Blanco, definitely dope coming on. Love having you. And
White, you already know. I'll be on I'll see you.
All right. Yeah, lock me in. All right, yo.
One. All right, Mo, that's dope, Mo. We about to sign out, but yo, this shit was dope. It was. I think we need to have more conversations like this, because we gotta let people know. Fuck the music industry shit, because we going through real shit every day, nigga.
No, let's do it. Let's do it, yo. No, I'm dead ass. Let's do it. Let's have these conversations. You guys are helping me get my spirits up and getting out there. So let's go, man. For real, man. Let's do this for real.
Let's get it more. Anyway,
all right, yo,
man. I'm about to sign this out. Hold on.
All right, yo.
I gotta find it. You know me. I gotta shuffle and
you stupid
job turkey now. Hold on. Where's that? The outro. Where's that?
Big shout out to Slug, yo. Big shout out
to Slug, man. And we got to get Lamont back on too, man.
Yeah, we do. Great conversation, yo. For real, man.
But I'm about to sign us out. All right,
yo.